Hello and welcome back to D&D Sundays. Last time on The Signs, the heroes were taking a bit of a detour as they were heading more west, more south into the continent of Coldurum. They were searching for the hometown of one of their own, Duncan. He had an ally there, his parental guardian figure that he hoped could instill some advice on them or maybe even give them some help. Upon arriving in the very small but very peaceful and laid-back village, kids running around and everything, they encountered a mighty warrior by the name of Macintosh, who not only is he the father figure to Duncan and his various personalities, but he gave the characters a lot of information on
Is it
their...
just me, or did King just cut out?
No, he's still good on my end.
Stop interrupting!
It's just me then.
I'm just kidding.
Son of a bitch.
He gave them some insight both on the world that they are in as well as their companion that he is so related to. After handing off a few items and warning them of the growing orc threat in the area, they decided to go to the bar where they encountered a man by the name of Raymond. At first, he just seemed like a drunken brute, and although that is what he is, he also happened to be Duncan's biological father, there just simply to chastise his, what he deemed, pathetic, irredeemable son. Not standing to let their comrade get abused as such, the Goliaths of the group just started picking up chairs and tables and smashing them against this guy. This brawl turned quite violent until Azrael, the hidden elven figure that has been following Duncan around, fully revealed himself to the group and protected them by knocking Raymond out cold. Macintosh and Azrael are officially Duncan's guardians. Azrael secretly being assigned by the Adventurers Guild to this young charge to prevent his darker personas from causing any true harm. But after getting some assistance and after a very emotional evening, they were all brought back to Macintosh's place where you all fell asleep in really uncomfortable positions. So...
Asher was spooning Bjorn, it was quite funny.
So, the birds are now chirping as the first rays of the sun begin to hit your eyes, blowing
You
in
good, Joy?
through the window.
Are you okay, Joy?
I don't
Joystick.
think he hears us either.
What? I think he's crashing or something. What the hell's going on?
Give him a
Who's
few
tweaking?
moments. He audibly tweaking.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys are waking up now. That's all I have to say about that. I got this new mug from Universal. It's from the
Oh,
Mummy
yeah.
Ride, which I think is
Drop
really
the picture
cool.
of the mug in chat. Drop the picture of the
drop
mug
the
in chat.
Well, I don't have the picture on my computer. I'll take a picture
You
You
later.
take a picture of it on your phone? I know for a fact you definitely got Discord on your phone.
I do, but I
Hold
don't
on a
have
second.
Oh,
no.
geez. All right, fine. I'll take a picture right now. Gosh, you guys are so...
Thank you, King.
I just switched to my phone.
Is there something wrong
For
with your
some reason-
headphones?
No, for some reason the internet is really fucking up on my PC and it keeps disconnecting me. So I have to talk on my phone now.
Oh, I had
I
this
don't
the
know
other
why.
night. I don't know what caused
Wow, trash. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It's something fucking. I don't know. It's something's fucking up. I can't figure out what it is. It's just being stupid.
it.
It was fine until King started DMing and then it just went to shit.
Oh, gee, thanks. So it's my DMing that's the problem. Uh-huh.
Wow.
That's it.
No,
Joyce, I gotta kill
the
Joystick.
DMing was that good that it caused his internet to crash.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Like, your DMing was just that powerful that it was like, we can't keep up with this. We're having to...
I'm just
Completely
so
wrecked my computer.
entertaining. I know. Are you-
DM
Oh my
DM
god, that's actually
actually-
such a sick little mug. What the
I
fuck?
know. It's really
Yeah.
cool. I don't
That's
even.
really
I don't even
cool.
like that ride.
Yeah.
It's too like dark and chaotic for me. I just really wanted the mug.
I can rep that.
I like it.
I think it's
Thank
the
you.
mummy.
Yes.
Oh, is
It's
it?
the mummy.
Oh, are those supposed to be like the guys at the start of the second film? Whenever they
Yeah,
attack the
his
place in London?
undead soldiers. Yes.
They're really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
That
there's
is
like
pretty
the
cool.
fight scene with them on the double-decker bus. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good.
I
scene.
love
That's a
that
good scene,
scene.
yeah. The
Listen, my
second
head went
movie's
free.
really good too. Yeah.
all of the movies are really good. Well, maybe not the Tom one.
I wasn't too keen on the Tom Cruise ones. The
Tom
ones with Brendan
Cruise-
Fraser, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are the best mummy
indeed.
movies. Period. So
Oh yeah, those are some of the best movies if you ask me. Period. But
I'm
yeah,
on my
they-
period,
Well,
but
nobody has.
you know that doesn't matter.
Thank you, King.
I just felt like sharing with the group. It's fine.
I appreciate it. Like honestly, man.
This is a safe place. You know, if you want to mention
Yeah, man. We can share everything that we need to here. Whilst we're waiting for
Okay,
Joy to
I
get
have-
back in order.
I have these rubber toe dividers on because when I was little, I used to be a major toe walker. So now my toes are like bent in bad directions. So now to make my feet healthier, I put them on my feet and they spread my toes more like correctly.
I can
Well,
respect
I
that.
would. I
So I have
think.
those
I think as a group we can all agree. You'd be more comfortable with that if you put a picture of them in chat.
Don't put your grippers in chat, please. I will actually leave.
How did I felt like somebody was gonna ask for a picture of my feet with the toes spread apart for some. Dyer's not even here to ask that, so someone had to.
With the dogs
Someone
out.
has to take. Someone has to take the role. God
Someone
damn it.
had to. Someone had
Someone
to.
needed the foot fetish joke. Yeah. You guys are disgusting,
You should
but
change, you should change Sketchy's role in here to General Gripper.
General Gripper. Fantastic.
DM the dog manager.
Dog manager.
Listen,
Well,
Dyer's not
we're
the
ready.
only one to make foot fetish jokes. In.
Well,
God
we're ready
damn it.
when you are, King. Oh my god, gross O.
okay.
That
So
works, dude.
Hey, I'll wear that badge with pride. Do you understand me, boy?
all right, we're just gonna keep continuing because this bitch ain't here right now. So we're just gonna do the normal thing. So all right, you guys are waking up. Duncan, you're uncomfortably spooning your father figure, and he's just kind of like gritting his teeth at this point. But
No, I've been up for some time and just sat by the window, kind of just like looking outwards at like the town itself, like while everyone else is still snoozing.
okay, we'll say you're there then.
Yeah, just enjoying the view a little bit.
Bjorn like
Oh.
starts to like stretch and then rolls completely off the table onto the floor because he doesn't. There's no idea how he got onto the table.
It was a crazy night. Too many ale.
Too many ale.
Not enough.
The Cindy's just sort of getting out. He doesn't know, if the pain in his neck is caused by the fight or lying and sleeping on the trunk at the end of the bed.
I figured you'd be like sleeping like arms crossed, like sitting back or something. Like you're too good for the floor.
Oh right. Okay,
Oh, he's
no,
not. He's sleeping on the trunk.
He was in too much pain to be able to set up, composure like that. No, he's just like slumped over the trunk, and he's like just his neck still hurts from the night before.
He's like fetal position, like on the trunk to like get it, like to get on it as smoothly as he can.
Yeah, it's like massaging his neck as he gets up.
Man, what the hell happened?
Kind of shit in the trunk.
Can't have.
Good morning. Good morning, comrades.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I slept next to a bear. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
We love the bear.
Yeah.
But I don't know if any of you have seen Steven Universe, but it's that one scene where the lion like lays on top of Steven and like starts suffocating him.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I made. The bear is just laying on top of me.
Ugh. So Macintosh, he'll get out of bed. He'll stretch. You actually hear some like creaking in his metal leg. Well, that wasn't the best night's sleep I've had, but it was nice to have some company for a change.
Yes.
Thank you for
appreciate-
allowing us to stay here once again. We appreciate the hospitality.
Of course, a friend of my boy is a friend to me.
Anyway, you must forgive me. It was a long night. You had information on us in regards to the orc leader. We really must be setting out to them by today.
Right, you were heading in the direction of General Kuvak. He is
That
the
is correct.
well, they call him General. His real title is the Conqueror, but I don't like to give him the satisfaction of such. He has been allegedly bringing a bunch of orc tribes together, conquering their forces, and amassing a mighty army that even I worry about you all encountering. However, you were also looking for the Red Stone of Power, whatever its real name is, I don't know, but I've heard the rumors of it. Searching for the Black Circle's contact, who is... You just have to head south from here. It's in a little small village somewhere from here. I don't know specifically, but like he has like a little map in front of him. He's like, but eventually you're going to start finding more and more villages as you go down. A lot of people prefer to stay away from the city areas and focus more in on the woods. So you're bound to likely run into the orcs again. I just urge you to be cautious.
Understandable.
Will do.
I believe it best to deal with Kuvak and his armies while they're, well, as weak as they are right now before they become a bigger threat. As much as we do need to make haste towards the Black Circle, I don't know how long it is before they'll attack. And I'm sure you're well capable, Macintosh, but, well, between the two of you defending here, I don't know how well you'll cope.
Yeah, it's, depending on when Raymond stops drinking, and also how he taps the leg, how this fares each day, but believe me, you would be doing my village and myself a great service by ridding us of the orc threat.
Yeah, Raymond. Anyway, Bjorn, what do you make of
Yeah.
this?
Well, at the very least, we might as well stop them if we're going to be encountering them. It's not going to be much of a... Oh, man, I've just completely lost my train of thought. God damn it. Sorry. I had it, and then immediately my mind just went completely blank.
No worries, big man.
Believe me, you're better.
Well-
You're better saying you've forgotten it than to just like
Say
Wing it.
go
nonsense,
through it
yeah.
and
Right,
waffle.
yeah.
It happens to us all.
I got it. It's not going to be much use saving this world if it's going to be threatened once again by another evil group. So let's do all we can, but let's also make sure not to lose sight of our main goal.
A world like this is always under threat, my friend. No matter what way you look at it.
Yeah, guys, come on, we gotta kill the bad guys. It's easy, it's what we do, right?
It's what we do.
It's the best Asher impression I can do.
Have you killed anybody in this campaign? I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, you two get in the sleeping bags.
Hey, look, I don't want to leave the village. It's cozy here, and there's no mean people. So, come on, guys, we just
Incorrect.
gotta... He just, he's still, half asleep. He's just scooching, with his legs, with his butt in the air, over towards you guys. Guys, I don't care where we go. Just, I got your back.
Do I need to smash a chair over your head to remind you of last night? Of the mean people in the village?
Well, that guy, you guys took care of him pretty easily. We don't have to worry about it. It was a bitch. I could have taken him. It's fine.
See, Asher gets it. We
you
nailed
could've.
that bitch.
Hey, we were tired. We traveled a long time. He wouldn't have been able to beat us at our best, of course.
No, of course.
No, of course. Oh, believe me, if I was there, I would have been all over it. Mac is like, weren't you there? No. I think I'd remember. Where did we go? And he's like, wait a second.
Right, enough. We
Well-
need to carry on.
Let us make haste.
Hell yeah.
All right, so as you guys begin to, so you're gonna strap these two to your backs and
Yep.
Pretty much.
carry them out because one's sleeping and Asher's. I haven't written some for him yet, so.
Can we, I take it you guys don't have King, you don't have their character sheets. Actually, do you?
I don't have everything. I
Good.
have outdated character sheets from them, so
Shit.
Yeah.
it's
I was hoping
fine.
there
I
might be,
don't think I'm gonna be role playing two other people, so we might
No,
just.
just like in combat, even just cast their level spells and whatnot,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, maybe.
They'll
but,
affect things from maybe really far away. As you are walking out, you hear your father figure say, "And my boy," as you kind of stop at his words, because he took note of your eye color today. Just behave yourself with your new friends. They They seem like good people.
Well, they've not done me a disservice yet, so I have no reason to hurt them, but I'll do my best.
That's all I ask. Take care of yourself.
I give him like like one of them 2-finger like farewell salute kind of things that people do. I give him like one of them as I leave.
That's like a Vegeta thing. Like, see ya. Yeah.
Yeah. Later, big man.
As much respect as you're willing to show. And then the bear just kind of like walks up to him and he pets it, even though it's not real. And he's just like, there. He'll be okay.
He might not be real physically, but he's real to me.
Yeah, he's real
He's real in our
emotionally.
He's
All
real
right.
in our heart.
So, you guys begin to journey out of the village. You have your new items that some of you have acquired. You have a better
He's got this fucking
understanding.
new dagger. The guy who's using it is not even here.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Fuck me. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going here because you guys are gonna keep traveling. This is really hard to do with only 3 people, but
Yeah.
regardless, we will carry the session.
Oh yeah.
So you guys begin to travel. It'd be nice if I had my notes out here. Heading deeper into the Zolgogan Forest, as you see a sign passing by on the dirt path, you find the wind blows a stinging smell into your noses. It makes your lungs lock up, and this is only a few minutes after you've set out. You begin to
That's just
cough as some fiery smoke begins to fill the air. A little further ahead, you see the forest is apparently on fire. At least a couple trees are. For now, the spread is very slow, but the fires are quite engulfing. They're not going out.
Can we make our way through it without being harmed?
You're gonna have to make perception.
Like, is there enough room to sort of like? Let me see.
Well,
How big is?
hold on.
So you're on the dirt path right now, but so you can see it up ahead, but you notice it's pretty big flames. Like multiple
Got a
trees are
21.
engulfed right now.
I got a 21 there on perception.
Okay. So seeing ahead, you see, although you could go around it, the fire continues to spread. It is quite big. You see there is a large lake to your right side that it's a ways away in the distance, so theoretically you could go towards that and just loop around the fire to keep going south. But it's bigger than you would think. It's like an actual forest fire.
Do we
It
know
looked
of
like-
any like villages in the area? Like perhaps this is like the result of somebody burning down a village sort of thing.
From where you are, you don't know, but you can. I mean, you'd have to like go past it to see.
I'll just tell Joysticks I'm thinking this, just in case there's anybody in that fire, that could be hurt or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, because I wanted to look for signs of it being intentionally set on fire if it was more like a natural like kind of fire cause.
He did the wording of it. He did say forest fire, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, but anybody can start a forest fire.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll keep a safe distance from it, but I want to check it out and see if there's anything we should be worried about.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go the long way around. Okay.
Yeah.
So it takes you a good like 10 minutes or so to kind of get around it as you see the fire keeps going, leaving several burnt dead trees in its path. Following the scorched marks in the grass, you begin to trail where the fire has come from. You eventually see an old wooden fence broken and burned. Several tents have been shredded and collapsed near it. You take notice of 3 orc bodies lying on the ground, blood pooling from multiple wounds on each of them. Make that 2 bodies, as one is crawling away very slowly from the wreckage, and he doesn't look like he'll last very long.
Well, yeah. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is run up and ask him, "What's going on here? What happened?"
He weakly looks up at you. My name is Arak, and this was my tribe. That bastard Kuvak came here with forces outnumbering us 10-1. He demanded we join him. When we said no, he attacked us. Upon killing my leader, he took the younger impressionable ones and made off with whatever supplies he could. And he weakly points to another path, like down the road. It leads a little to the north. There is another tribe in that direction. I recommend you talk to Commander Vaz. Though he isn't fond of non-orcs, you'll need his help, and he yours. Kuvak!
We need to get this guy. Get this guy away from the fire.
Oh, you're gonna
Get
pick him
just
up?
like-
Okay.
Yeah, I just because I don't want him to die on me here.
Okay,
Before
I mean,
we
like,
do
his
it.
arms, like, they almost slip out of your grasp because of all the blood that is leaking out of him. Kuvak isn't an orc. He's a monster that needs to be stopped.
Whilst,
alright.
I'm gonna cast healing hands while I'm carrying him to the lake.
Okay,
EB to it.
how much are you giving him?
Let me see.
This is
Oh,
your
were you
hit-
about to do that too, Kieran?
Yeah,
Were you
I
do
was going to cast Cure Wounds, but in a way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him 2 points because I feel like that'll be just enough to kind of heal him from stop him from bleeding out, and then the rest we can sort of treat him with the water at the lake. I imagine because a lot of it's gonna be burns.
Both, but yeah, okay, so you give him a little bit of healing to just stop the blood from flowing out of his sword's cuts. Okay, so you're gonna carry him away from the destroyed tribe area. Okay.
Does anybody want to maybe look for any others while?
Yeah, I'll stay. Yeah, I'm gonna look behind. I'm gonna stay behind and do an investigation of this camp.
Okay, you can roll investigation then.
Will do. Let me see what my investigation modifier is. Oh, right, I forgot. My wisdom is fucking god awful. That's a 5.
Right, you don't see anybody other than the bodies that are already, like, have been completely murdered and, like, cut apart. Everything else from what you can see on the surface anyway has been destroyed. Any weapons that are left are, like, damaged, so nothing of real use.
Okay.
Ask him. I'll ask now that he's probably not going to die instantly. Do we want to sort of push him any further with answers?
Well, he did say we were needing to talk to. What did he say his name was? General what?
Commander Vast.
Commander Vaz.
Commander.
That's at another
Vaz.
tribe.
I bet he knows the definition of insanity.
That's literally how I spelled his name, as if it was that.
No, sorry. Hang on. Vaz, as in like a
V-O-Z.
Oh,
The-
Voz. Okay,
Yeah,
but pronounced
Vaz. It's not
And
like
did he say
Vaz
that
water
was-
or any shit like that.
I just
Did he
put
say that was
VAs.
in the direction of where Kuvak went?
He just pointed down a trail and said down there, like that's where he'll be.
I want to ask.
I knew
was
that
he? I'm gonna ask the orc what his name is.
He said his name was Arak.
Arak.
A-A-R-A-K.
Yeah, and his son is a pebble.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Okay, now his new name... I'm just kidding. Gotta fucking change it. The boulder doesn't like the way you use his name.
Arak, does he have any men with him? Any weapons?
What? Who are you talking about?
Commander Vaz. I'm asking about Commander Vaz. Does he have like some soldiers with him? I'm basically implying like, did he retreat or was he like escaping, or was he going to like fight back? Like is he going to attack?
No, that's his own platoon of soldiers. Commander Vaz, he was a neighboring tribe to our own. We kept our distance from him, but he doesn't even know what's happened here yet. His arrogance wouldn't let him even worry about Kuvak until it was too late.
Okay.
We should probably get moving then if we're going to intercept them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, Kuvak will probably be heading for them next. Am I correct in saying that?
It's quite likely.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay. What if can you make it back to safety, or?
I don't really have anywhere else to go. This was my home. But I can try and make some use of my time since I'm alone. I don't really look like a threat anymore.
Alright. All right, come with me. I'll sort of carry him.
Oh, you're taking him with you?
Yeah, I might as well. I'm not gonna leave him here.
Okay. I mean, he'll go with you. You know, he's an orc. He's not really fond of other people, but he'll go with you willingly since you helped him. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when Vicindy picks him up, I do subtly cast Cure Wounds on him for a gorgeous 6 HP.
Okay. He doesn't like sense you do it, but he does he starts breathing a little better, just and so he some of the scorch marks on him turn from 3rd degree to 2nd degree. So
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
How many of them?
Done a medicine check there while we are at the lake.
how many what?
How many of them were in Kuvok's army?
Well, he said they were outnumbered 10-1.
Oh, like literally 10-1.
That's what it felt like, anyway.
Well, right. I didn't know if he had an exact number he could give us.
It all happened too quickly. I don't have. There were a lot more than we had. I'll just say that.
Okay. Do you think there's anybody else? Did anybody escape to the trees, or is everybody here dead? I know you said they took some of the fairer ones with them, but
It is in our nature to defend our home till death. I was just lucky you found me when you did. Once he kills the leader, it is up to everyone else to decide what to do. Once we got overwhelmed, some orcs decided it was best to just put their lot in with him.
so they sided with him.
That is apparently what he has been doing. We were not his first target.
So they surrendered. Okay. Okay, that must be quite frightening if it makes an orc surrender.
Especially if he's been doing it for this long. You say that he's not an orc, you call him a monster. Do you mean that literally, or?
No, but he's built bigger than any orc I've ever seen.
Interesting.
Okay.
So, heading towards the path you were pointed towards, you move in, I assume, a rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damage of the fire is behind you as you finally get into lush green areas of the woods again. Heading further in, about half hour or so of hasty traveling, doesn't take long for you to see the trees change color as the weather and the biome of the area begins to shift a bit. Leaves are now a bit more yellow and orange. A cooler, almost fall wind blows through. Shifting through the woods, you approach what appears to be almost like a treehouse-type settlement. This orc tribe seems to have wooden piked walls protecting it. 2 large stone hands, almost as if they were a god's hands, stand tall, sticking out of the ground. Attached to them and some of the surrounding trees are many open huts interconnected by ropes and bridges. Dozens of orcs occupy this encampment. Their red torn flags wave atop the higher structures, and guards stand at attention at the front. As you guys begin to shift through the forest, one of them points outwards as if he's already spotted you. "Trespassers, leave our land, or your heads will decorate it."
Do we are the embers from the flames still visible? Even though the flames aren't themselves?
No, you're quite far into the distance now. They can't see you so well. So.
Okay. I will call out. We mean you no harm. We are simply here to warn you. The Conqueror Kuvok is on his way here.
What good is this new information for us? We defend our own.
Not good.
I understand.
Not good for you at all. They've already hit the tribe next. Did we catch the name of Iraq's tribe, by the way? Sorry. Did they
He
have a
didn't.
name?
He didn't mention.
He
well,
didn't name a tribe.
He didn't name
No.
it. He just said it was their tribe. So.
They've already come for a neighboring tribe, and they're sure as shit to arrive for yourselves. You need every hand on deck to defend your own.
Roll persuasion.
All right. It's probably not going to be very good, but let me see. Perception and persuasion. I got a 9.
They appear to believe you, though they're not very eager to do anything. They're kind of looking at each other, talking. Since you brought him with, Iraq will raise his hand. It was my tribe. These wounds were worse, but these people healed me. Believe me, even Commander Vaz will want to hear of this news. Do not speak to us of such, short outsider. But perhaps it is worth having them speak to the boss. Fine, but it'll be your head on a pike if he disagrees with this decision. And they actually open the gates and gesture for you to enter if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll head on
okay.
in.
Work away in.
As you enter, the gates close behind you. You slowly and carefully walk along the dirt path. As you do, you notice the leather hide and wooden buildings they live in. You see wooden logs used as target practice, along with an open area with only a roof and some benches. Orcs sitting around eating smoked meat. Orcs from all around begin to turn and stare at you in wonder and curiosity, some closing in and standing even a good 15 feet back, but keeping you zoned in. Once you stand on a small grass mound surrounded by a dirt path, you can assume this is roughly the camp center area. You can't really go any further as there's a lot of orcs around you right now, kind of just like circling you in. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to call out fairly loudly. Commander Voz, if you are here, I summon thee. An audience is waiting.
Ooh, some of them looked shocked that you even dare say something like that. How dare he? Boys, it's safe to assume they are looking for me, though I don't know why. And in the distance, you see the orcs ahead of you parting to make way for another who slightly towers over all of them. This orc has long black hair tied into a braided ponytail with various, rubies almost embedded in it. Metal armor covers his chest and arms, and large, jagged scars are across his arms. He stops about 10 feet in front of you, his 7.5-foot frame looming over the majority of you. Who are you? And what is your reasoning for me not butchering you right now?
Travelers. No, sorry, I'll let you carry on.
Oh, no, that's good. Well, if you must know, we are humble travelers, good sir, and we came here with information that I think you would very much appreciate.
Oh, would I?
Now, if you look over behind us a little bit, I indicate to Iraq, you'll see a member of one of your neighboring tribes. His people were slaughtered, and his young and impressionable were taken from him by this Kuvak the Conqueror, who I've heard you don't really think is too much of a threat. But he razed their village. Now, considering that you are mostly tree-dwelling from the looks of things, and I must say, this is quite an establishment, it just makes it all the more easier to light a flame, if you ask me.
Like an orc at a distance yells, "Are you threatening the commander?" And he just holds up a palm to silence them. So, travelers, what interest do you have in the affairs of the orc people?
Well, short answer is none. The way we look at it, with archery practice going on over there in your face, I'd say, even though you talk little of Kuvak, I'd say you're preparing for a war yourself. If I had to hazard a guess, you being the striking fellow that you are, you're not playing defense. Like it or not, we're here, we're gonna strike Kuvak ourselves anyway. I know you're probably not interested in defending, so we thought we'd lend a hand. Do you want to tag in?
You mean Joy? Are you asking specifically?
No, I'm
Or you're
asking. I'm asking him if he wants to
Tag in with you?
assault Kuvak, because I understand he's probably not going to be the one having other people, outsiders defend his tribe. So if he'd be more willing to have other outsiders help him assault another, outpost, then he may be more willing to that idea.
You're gonna have to roll persuasion on that one, though.
Yeah, can do. Let me see. Persuasion. I got a nat 1. Let's go.
Christ.
Huh. General Kuvak, the Conqueror, as they call him. He is nothing. He was a lone warrior. His own tribe didn't want him and his unrighteous viciousness. He killed not for the sake of battle and glory, but simply 'cause he got off on it. Sure, his words may ring true for a few orcs and he gathers some forces, but what makes you think I'm prepared to land a blow against him? He's all talk and no action. And from what I've seen, if you're referring to this one's tribe, they were nothing but a small little camp. Unfortunate, perhaps, but they were just begging to be overtaken. And you feel a rock next to you like tense up a bit, like he doesn't like being talked to that way, but he doesn't say anything.
Oh, come on,
Regardless,
Vaz.
this is what-
You're mighty, but you're not stupid. They didn't take him on, so he took it. Surely that leaves something to be desired. You seem like a man yourself. You'd take what you're owed, not asking for what you can get. Surely he demands some admiration in that department.
Perhaps. But if I were to take him one-on-one, I'm pretty confident I would be the one standing above his dying body.
Yeah, I
And
doubt
yet
that.
you're still here not doing anything about it.
Yeah, he's
Isn't that
right.
funny?
Watch your tongue, little man. You're trying my patience.
All
You're
right, I'm going to
trying
step in
my-
here.
Yeah, like as I'm talking, like Bjorn steps between us.
But yeah, as you guys get heated, some of the orcs start like inching in a little, like ready to take action if they have to. So
Commander Voss, I do apologize for my friend's personality traits, as I kind of just glare back at them. We don't mean you any disrespect or any harm. We simply are wanting to warn you of the impending threat. Whether or not you believe that Tuvok is much of a threat to you as he is now, it doesn't change the fact that the longer he remains in action, the stronger he will get, especially when he keeps amassing more and more of an army. Eventually, you won't be able to ignore him any longer.
perhaps your words ring true. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, huh? He kind of says with like a cocked eyebrow.
Well, in my opinion, the best thing that we can do for this world is try to keep its balance. We cannot keep ne'er-do-wellers down forever, but we strike them down to keep everything as peaceful as we can.
Put it this way. You say the enemy of my enemy is my friends. I imagine for a man such yourself, well, we're no more than an asset, but you're not going to let an asset stand idle in this confrontation now, are you?
For now, at least. Very well. Me and my forces shall accept your assistance in dealing with Kuvak. However, this is simply a truce with a common goal. I take orders from no one.
Damn, I
Understandable.
wouldn't expect it any other way. I nearly called him Kuvak. Nearly, didn't know.
Men, ready your battle ornaments. It seems Kuvak is worse than we anticipated. As for the scouts, I will be handling them in due time. But our new guests have a reason for seeking out our help, so we shall assist them in dealing with a threat before it becomes a major one. And you actually hear like a little horn in the distance. And a lot of the orcs start like turning around, like shifting uncomfortably. What is it? And running along one of the wooden balconies, an orc stops. Commander! Another group of orcs has come. They are armed and they seem quite dangerous. Oh, brother. Well, travelers, it seems your loyalty to us will be put to the test right here and now. Let us go see what they want, shall we? And as he just kind of like nonchalantly walks towards the front.
I'm gonna sort of call after him and say, loyalty comes with friendship. As I said, we're nothing more than assets.
I follow after the big guy because, you know, why not? I wanna see what the fuss is about. I wanna see this Kuvak myself if he's there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll draw my sword and sort of follow with as well.
Okay. Then, as you're like running up to him, then do try your best to be a useful asset. As you head towards one of the areas, you see that part of the camp has already been breached by some of these guys. And there, you see a couple ogres even, along with several orcs. One stands up. Hear me, fellow orcs. You are now under the servitude of General Kuvak. I, his loyal Lieutenant Gorvan, shall be the one to bring you to him. Open your gates and accept your assimilation, or die a vicious death. And
I really want to roll it to attack and just yell, fuck off.
No, Vaz steps forward and shouts, I am Commander Vaz, leader of this tribe. I serve no leader but myself. Retreat your forces immediately, or soon you will see what your insides look like. And the lieutenant just like he has like a very like thin black shaggy beard as he runs his hand across it. I was hoping you would say that. And in the distance, you hear a weird sound. One of you, make a perception roll.
Perception.
Well, he's got higher perception than me, because I got a -1. You know what? I might as well roll just to see if I get it.
I got a 27 with a nat 20.
Oh,
there you go. I didn't have to do shit. That was an 8.
Okay. With a 27, you see before anyone else a hurdle of flaming arrows coming right for where you're all standing on the balcony.
Those
boy.
bastards were going to do that anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Upon seeing the arrows cascade their way down, I do call out and let it be known to like the rest of like not only my party but like the orcs as well. Quick, above! There are arrows heading our way.
They look up. Most of you are able to jump to other ledges or even the ground. A lot of you guys kind of have to stumble forward in kind of front of the villains. But a couple of orcs and a few of them get hit, and a couple small fires begin to break out. To battle, men! And you hear in different areas of the encampment roaring as various orcs begin to assault the encampment. So, if you just bear with me. Yeah, please roll initiative.
Got a 9.
That's a 20.
Okay.
I'm rolling really good today. I hope this continues.
Fucking, I'm not. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay, so, alright, hey, hang on, I was doing a lot of stuff, so I wasn't really listening. That's not your guys' fault, it's mine. So just give me 1 second to write down what I'm writing down. Okay.
In my 4 rolls that I've rolled today, I've not rolled above a 10.
Well, that just sucks to suck, doesn't it? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so, hang on, let me just... Let me just
I'll
do
be right
that.
back.
No, you fool!
Hmm.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This is session 11, right?
Yes.
Cool.
How'd you know?
Because I keep notes now.
Oh. Well, aren't you a smart boy?
Keyword
Taking
now.
notes for each session. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so let me do... He's got 13.
Only way I can keep it track.
Gosh, I gotta write so many things down. So many things. Okay, and they're right there. Okay, so, sorry, I wasn't listening. So, Gabe, what'd you get?
I got a 20.
20, nice. Okay. Bjorn's not here. Vizindi, what'd you get?
I got myself a 9.
Okay, that's not great.
Yeah, fuck you. It's closer to the midpoint, alright? I'll take it.
Mid.
All right.
From -2 to initiative, so it's all. It's
Rizzler, okay, Rizzler and Asher will be assisting just very loosely, so they're gonna get. That's gonna be Rizzler's gonna get a 21.
nice.
AJ is gonna get. I think he has 1. AJ got an 11. Bjorn, what did you get?
I got an 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you'll be right above him. Okay. Okay. Oh shit! I gotta roll for these fucking guys too.
Do we have a battle map?
Yes, I'm setting up. So
Oh,
there you go. You get to see
Big
now.
time.
Yeah, I'm setting up.
Oh.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay, it'll be easier if I just. I'm just gonna put these guys on their own separate things. So, yeah, that's good enough
It's
for
gonna be
me.
groovy.
All right, so, you guys are kind of in trouble right now, so you gotta do something about it. So, top of the turn order, it's Rizzler's turn. So he's just gonna do something cool, I guess. He's just gonna.
This map is groovy.
Thank you. He's just gonna. I'm just gonna like run up here on this guy by the trees here, and because he's not here, so he can't do it himself. I have to do. I don't know where the fuck he is. I'm gonna kick his ass later.
Judo
So,
chop.
so I'm gonna completely make him sound like an idiot with how I talk, and I'm gonna stab him with my rapier. Okay, go ahead.
Don't sound all sexual about it. Fuck.
I'm gonna do it with my rapier.
I'm gonna rapier you.
Okay.
All right. That's gonna be a 16. Yeah, that hits. Okay. So that's 1d8. Well, I'll just use his old stats that he sent me for his bonuses and shit for it to make sense.
Cool.
It might be the same level. You guys have been the same level for a while.
We are level 7 right now, yeah.
Yeah, we are level 7.
Plus. Shit.
So close.
Okay.
Close to greatness.
And that's gonna be 10 damage. Okay, 10 damage. Nice. You guys can criticize my talking all you want, but I am gonna talk with myself because.
I think it's a fantastic impression.
Okay, thank you. All right, so. He runs up to this orc. It swings. He ducks under it, and then he stabs back, going through its thigh with the rapier. So that happened. Next up is Gabriel.
All right, so seeing the big guy just ahead of me.
That's an ogre, yeah.
Yeah, the big fucker. Fuck him in particular.
Ooh,
I am going to
Ogre.
cast
Don't fuck.
Witch Bolt on him
Okay.
Hey.
for a 19 to hit.
I just recently found out what
That
that
hits, yeah.
Brilliant. All right, now here comes the thunder, baby.
Here comes the bass.
That's 18 damage.
Nice. All right. So you fire out the little purple bolt. It pierces right into his shoulder, and you see the veins crack through his body. It's
Then
gonna. Talking in all these gruff voices is bothering me. So if my voice ever gets higher pitched for no reason, just know it's to stop the strain.
No worries.
Okay, good.
Fine.
You're good.
Probably won't hear. If it goes high pitched, your mic will pick. It's fine. Don't
Well,
worry
you know, if
about
I
it.
instead of like groaning, I just go like, "Arr!" You know, so like I'm
Yeah.
not trying to get cheesy on you, but
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so like, upon zapping him with like the bolt of lightning from my right hand or like from the tip of my finger, I then get my other hand ready and I cast Eldritch Blast.
okay.
And that misses. That's only a 6 to hit. So like, I gotta
Yeah,
hit him.
that
And, like,
misses.
it pretty much just fucking fizzles out on him.
Yeah, you blast him, and in like as he stumbles around, your other blast just whizzes past him. All right, are you gonna move or anything, or no?
No, I'm gonna keep my focus on this big fuck.
Okay.
'Cause I love Witch Bolt for this one reason.
Yeah. I just recently found out what that did. It's pretty awesome.
All right, it is the orc's turn. So this guy is actually just gonna book it this way, and he's gonna run up here. He's trying to invade the area. This guy,
Is this a rock, by the way? Is this a rock that he's going to?
no, he's too injured to fight, so he's just staying inside the camp.
Okay, so who's this dude? Is this just a
That's just
random
that's an ally orc, yeah.
Right, cool.
All right. So this guy, I do have the hit points for Rizzler because I asked you guys to keep giving them to me. So this guy is going to make 2 sword attacks against him. With his great sword. So, great sword. So that's going to be plus. Ooh, that's a 22 to hit. Yeah, that hits. And then that's a 17 that also hits. Oh fuck.
Having
I'm
too much fun with this.
I am having too much fun. Well, I get to abuse this power because he's not here, so I'm gonna make him goofy like that. But I am enjoying myself. All right. So first hit that's an 8. That's 8 slashing, and then that's 8 slashing to get. Wait, no, they're plus 3. plus 3. So that's 11 damage twice. So 22 slashing damage. So this guy swings, cutting him on the shoulder. As he grabs it, he swings again, gashing you on the side. Okay, ouch.
Yeah, those guys hurt.
Mm-hmm. That's where it gets good.
Like the stuff, they hurty.
All right, so now the helpful orcs get to take their turn.
Yes,
So
sir.
good orc here, he's gonna run up, and he's gonna attack this guy. He's gonna take a great axe swing. That's a nat 20.
Fuck yeah, it is. Let's go.
So
This guy's just a goat.
so
He
that
is the goat.
is. Well, I'll just add the regular bonus. So that's 12 plus 3 for the total die, and then another d12, which is 10. So that is what, 25? Yeah, 25 slashing damage. He just decapitates this guy just in one swing.
Let's go.
Fuck
These
yeah.
orcs are built a little different. I'm a little bit more worried about Kubak now.
So
Don't worry about this village.
However, now that that's done, he is going to head to the other side, and he's going to zip line down here because other orcs are heading in from the other side, since you guys are all here, so...
We got zip lines. Fuck yeah.
This is what I was talking about. Nice one, King. Nice
Thank you.
one.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's kind of bagging, actually. Holy shit.
Can I
So,
just
That's
say,
good
by
math
the
of
way, by
Yes.
the way, looking at this map, I'm thinking Betrayer God already. By the way, I just want to point that
Yeah, I
out.
see it. I see
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
it's a nice little reference, isn't it? All right, this guy all the way up here, he is going to take this rope, and he's gonna be able to ride it all the way over here, and he's still on a ledge, and he is going to start firing at this ogre with his longbow.
Did the zip lines take movement?
They take well, actually no, because you're not walking, so no, they don't.
Yeah.
You just ride them
That's not
wherever
bad.
they go. So, yeah. So that is gonna be +1. That's gonna be an 18 to hit with his longbow. That will hit. And that's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage as it fires out into the chesticle of this guy.
Gesticle.
Okay.
Motherfucker really just giggled at that.
Because I'm
He's just
funny.
like me, for real, for real.
So, Commander Vaz, who you can probably tell is right here in the middle, he's going to step to the edge of that platform, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to bring out his great axe, which is connected to a chain wrapped to like a little device on his back, and he is going to just throw it over your heads at this big guy here. I gotta make sure. Well, first of all, let me make sure he can do that. He can just make that, yeah. All right.
Oh,
So
shit.
he brings out the axe. You notice his great axe, although it's the same thickness of blade, it like the staff part of it is a lot shorter. So it can actually be held in his one big hand. And so he begins to whip it really fast, like Thor does with his hammer, and he just shoots it on a chain. And you see the little gear on his back spin the chain out as he attempts to fling this into the ogre's face.
Do you know
Oh
what?
my god.
Do you know what vibe this axe is giving me? A
Uh.
mix between the Blades of Chaos and the Leviathan axe from God of War. So it's got
Yes.
the chains from the
It-
Blades of
it-
Chaos,
that-
but
yeah.
then it's the short-handled axe.
Dude.
So that is going to be a 23 to hit, which hits, and he is going to try to do that twice. And that'll be an 18. So both of these are going to hit.
Brilliant.
King, I hope you realize you're about to get a lot of questions about that axe as soon as this combat is over.
We'll see. So that is gonna be 8, and then he rolled kind of crappy, and 6. So that is gonna be 14 total slashing damage. As the axe shoots out, it clips the jaw and cuts out one of the ogre's teeth, one of his big tusks. And then he retracts it, he throws it again, and this time it just cuts through the side of one of its arms. So that'll take 14 damage right there. I had to spice it up other than just, all these guys have blade weapons, because orcs don't do a lot of cool shit, so I had to give them cool shit to do. So I hope you
Jace
guys
would
will
be shitting
appreciate
his
that.
pants right now.
And so he brings the axe back. Come on, is that all you got? Because he's an orc, so he likes to incite violence. All right.
Oh, of course.
The Eye of Ordeus is going to take his turn over here. And for anyone who doesn't know, Ordeus is the orc god, so in case you didn't read the document I gave you. So don't lie. So
I made a character off it, okay, so I sure shit did. I just don't remember that part.
I don't remember that part. These guys don't have the best spells, so he's just gonna use Acid Splash on you, Vizindi.
Alright.
So you need to make... I gotta double check what the saving is. I'm pretty sure... but
X?
I'd rather be safe. I'm pretty sure it is a... Yeah, a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, cool. I didn't get it. 3.
You got a 3?
No, 3.
Okay, so... That's kind of rough. So you're gonna take... It's not that bad. I mean, it's a pretty weak spell. But
It's
you
like
are still gonna take 6 points of acid damage as a little green burst shoots from its hand and hits you, stinging your skin.
Cool.
He's then going to make his way over here. Right, Bjorn, it's your turn.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna run all the way up to the other side of this ogre here.
Okay.
I'm going to activate my rage.
Ooh!
Section.
Rage for me,
That
daddy.
means I get to roll my lovely little d8. I get a 2.
Plus or minus 1.
Oh, fuck yes. All right. Actually, nah, we're gonna do this one. Okay. Necrotic energy bursts from you. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You gain temporary hit points equal to the sum of necrotic damage.
Within 30?
Correct. Oh, Rizzler's in that fucking
So
range.
he gets that, he gets hit, he'll get hit.
Will he? Because he's above me, though?
Hmm,
Because I'm on the ground.
true. Well,
How far up is
these
that,
are...
though?
The rocks are pretty high up. I didn't do it... I'd say they're probably like 40 feet up because they're attached to these hands. So I guess he'd technically be safe. So you do hit Rizzler, but you hit 2 of these guys.
Unfortunately.
All right, so roll the die first.
Yep.
Is this the fucking necro one that fucking
Yeah.
absorbs shit?
Yes.
Oh my god,
I think
yeah.
I almost... Oh, damn, that's only a 4.
Okay, so this guy takes 4, Rizzler takes 4, and this orc takes 4. So as you explode the black smoke out, it sucks from the various creatures around it and pulls their life energy out of them. Oh, gee, thanks for that, Bjorn.
Sorry.
That's
Still
actually
getting
enough.
used to this.
This guy, he just like, and that was all the life energy he had left, actually. So
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
he only had 4
Love to see
HP. The ogre didn't like
remind
that,
me-
that's for sure. But
Remember, 8, remind me, 8 plus 4 is 12, correct?
yes, so you get 12 temporary hit points. If you weren't tanky enough as a barbarian, so fuck me.
And, yeah, never mind. And then...
It's fine,
I'm
I'm not
gonna
mad.
Gonna roll to hit with my mighty axe.
Oh yeah, roll to hit, big boy. Yeah, 27 might just hit. You know.
Well, hold on, give me just a second.
I know that technically adds some, but it's still gonna be
Those are-
ridiculously high.
Yeah, those are still 2. The first one is a 20, and the second one is a 25.
Both hit.
Fantastic. And we'll go ahead
Ogres
and-
don't have a lot of armor, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, I can't fucking type all this out. Okay. That first one is 14, and that second one is 7 plus 6 is 13, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So-
So 14 and 13.
So 27 damage total.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you rage. As the ogre turns to face you, it's not ready for when you just cleave a chunk of its knee off. It just...
Yeah.
And as it begins to bend down, you swing upward. It's able to lean its head back, but you cut a chunk through its jaw. All right.
Ooh.
That felt good. All
That's your
I'll
turn
go to
then?
my turn then. That's
Okay.
me.
All right. It is AJ's turn. All right. Yeah, I'm going to beat these kids.
All right.
So he is
Me when I'm
going
at
to...
kindergarten.
He's gonna cast. I know a couple of his spells. Anyway, he's gonna cast 3rd level magic missile at this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just
That's
roll,
missile.
just roll the d4, Odie. I know what to do. That's a 3 plus 1 time. So that's 4 times 5, which is 20. Okay, thanks, Oatmeal. So, so he brings his hands together and creates 5 of the little white orbs, and he fires them out like little invisible fists, and they just deck this guy. So that guy takes 20 points of force damage. So he's looking pretty bad. The ogres are looking pretty bad. Okie dokie, Vicindy, you're up.
All right, cool. Before this actually comes up, I just thought I'd query it with you.
Query me.
Sentinel, one of the things on it is when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against another target, other than you, and that doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against the creature that is attacking. That specifically says to attack, but I take it I still have to roll to hit.
Yes.
You would start to roll
fine.
hit.
That's what I thought. No, that's okay. Right, I'm gonna just rush this dude. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna expend one of my spell slots to use. Actually, I'll expend. Yeah, no, I'm gonna expend one of my spell slots to smite him. So that will add, I think, a 1d8. Let me see.
Okay, depends on the smite you're using.
There's
There's different kinds.
With the melee weapon, you can expend one spell slot to do radiant damage in addition to the weapon's damage. Okay. The extra damage is 2d8 for a level 1 spell slot, so 2d8.
Oh my gosh!
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I was sure it was a 1d8 though.
I thought so too.
Smite's pretty broken, man.
I'm gonna redo this.
There's a reason paladins are considered the strongest class in the game, so...
Yeah, they're
this
nuts.
is when you hit a weapon with your peanut, you attack one spell slot to do 2d8 damage. Oh, and it increases by 1d8 for every spell slot higher than that. So
Level
yeah,
1 is 2d8. Holy
level 1 is
shit.
2d8. Yeah.
Alright, I got nerfed.
Oh my
I'm
god,
nerfing...
imagine what it would be like at a fucking level 9 spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna nerf
Yeah.
paladins next campaign, so note to self.
That's 11d8 for size or spell 9, by the way, for that.
Of course, you have to burn your 9th level spell slot, which you only get 1 of, so...
Yeah.
It'd still be kind of worth it though.
Yeah. And I rolled really well for that, so that's 13 points of radiant damage.
On top of
Oh
your
God.
sword damage. Wait, did you even roll the hit yet?
Did you roll
No,
the
I
hit?
didn't. That is
Oh.
very true. Oh, but you wish you never asked, because I got a nat 20.
Let's fucking go!
Okay, so...
Yes!
Hang on. I gotta think about it.
I will screenshot it just for the record.
No, I believe you. I
Yeah.
believe... Now I gotta double check, because I'm not
I
sure.
don't think you crit the radiant damage.
I don't believe
don't.
Smite, no, because it's a spell, so it shouldn't. Okay, so...
And you're not rolling to hit for it, technically.
So the damage is whatever, so roll the D for your weapon, and then add the max possible of that to that, plus your modifier plus 13.
Right, so... Right, okay, run that by me one last time. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't fully pick it up.
Okay,
your
so you
damage
got the
die.
nat 20. Instead of, so whatever your
Right.
weapon die is, instead of rolling it twice, just roll it once and then add the max of that, because that's the rule we're applying.
Okay, so the max of this would be... Oh, hang on, I think it's done it automatically anyway, hang on.
Well, no, it just
it
rolls the die twice.
Yeah, that's right, it rolls the die
Unless
twice,
you want to
so-
do that, but I gave you the option where you can just roll the die once and then add instant max damage to it.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. I don't know actually because it's giving me the 3 numbers. It won't tell me. In fact, no, fuck it. I'll just clear that. and
Well, you can
then-
re-roll it, yeah.
So what I got was I got a 2 for that plus the modifier, which is a 7, and then plus because it's a D8, it's plus 8 then, right?
Yes.
So then that would make it a 15 damage, and then on top
Yes.
of my radiant, radiant is 13. So that's what nearly
28.
30, right?
28.
No, 28. So that's 28 damage.
So, as you run up on this guy, you bring out your sword and you call forth the power of your god. As it energizes it, you see like yellow lightning crackle around, and you swing upwards, slicing through the middle of this creature, blood shooting outwards. You notice the lightning making your strike quicker and stronger as it just splits through the organs of this orc, which just flops over dead.
Oh, I was
That's a one up
about.
me, did you now?
I was about to say I'm gonna use my extra attack, of which I got a 19 by the way. So,
There was no need for it.
yeah, that's so disappointing. Anyway,
Good job,
let me
though.
see. Right, cool. I would say that's most of my movement anyway, so I'm just gonna let Bjorn handle him.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna call
Here,
my
weren't
move.
you? Oh, that was 20. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get much further.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say you're gonna finish that guy before I even get anywhere near him. In fact, I have another 10 feet of movement, so I saw this dude moving that way, so I'm gonna use another 10 feet of movement to go. Let me see, where can I get? I can get to there, so that's where I'll go.
Okay.
I'll get to there.
Okay. So it's the ogre's turn. He is going to... Let me double check his stats. He's going to use Chain Sweep. So I need this guy and Bjorn to make a dexterity saving throw.
Awesome. Whew,
Go
good
take
thing I
that.
have advantage. Good thing I got advantage. That's only an 11, though.
Total? Okay, so you failed. The orc actually made it,
That's
shockingly.
fine.
He rolled high. So as this orc swings its large bladed chain out, it's gonna smack into you guys. So hang on, let me roll first. Okay. It's rolling like shit.
That's all my.
So that's 10. Okay, so so this guy takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage as the blade just smacks into him. As it curves around, going this way, and it smashes into your side, Bjorn, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5 because you're raging, but you're also knocked prone.
Alrighty.
And then the ogre's gonna turn around and he's gonna give you a fist attack, which he gets
Oh, no.
because you're
Getting
prone.
fisted?
He can roll with advantage. So,
Yep.
and that's gonna be a 23 to hit. So you're gonna take. It's not that bad. You're gonna
Yeah.
take 11 reduced to 5 bludgeoning damage as he just punches you square in the face, which, you know, it hurts, but you're raging, so you don't feel it that much.
That still didn't take out all my temp HP, so.
Yeah, it's quite depressing for
Wow.
me. So, at the end of your turn, you notice a lot more orcs have begun their raid on the encampment. So, bear with me just a second here. I need... There we go.
Oh, my.
Oh well, they're right
Oh,
in.
my.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've begun to rush in. That's why the other orcs were kind of making their way back. So,
Wow.
I was expecting them to be at, like the tree front. Holy shit, they were right there.
yep, said they were coming from all over. So, top of the turn order. Oh, hang on. First, I got to make sure these guys get their initiative in because we got a couple new characters here. Okay, they get to go, and then he'll get to
Look
go
at
there.
this guy, he's different looking.
That's the
Yeah, I
lieutenant.
see that. Oh, is he?
That's Lieutenant Gorvon.
Groovy.
All right, so that guy's dead.
Or like
That
Lieutenant
guy's
gonna
dead.
die?
Mm,
Shut up.
honestly, it feels like oatmeal's here.
Yeah, the stupidity is really coming in handy for you guys. So we got another one of those, and then he's that. That's good enough. I don't. Wait, how many of these guys do I got? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Top of the turn order. Rizzler, you're up. Okay, I'm gonna fucking die.
I love the impression every fucking time.
I'd say.
Well, since you guys are doing pretty good down here, I'm just gonna use my movement, and I'm gonna bonus action to go even farther, you know, that thing. And, so I'm gonna, actually, even though he wouldn't use the ruler, so I'm stepping out of the roleplay for a second. I want to know how...
Whoa,
I believe he can go...
Character immersion broken?
I believe he can go up to 70 since he doubled his speed, so...
Yes.
Yeah, I think he'll go... We'll have him go... He's gonna go here, so 55. I'm gonna ride the cool zipline thing. Whoop! But keep in mind, this guy saw you coming, so no sneak attack. Oh, that sucks. Alright, fine. Then I'm just gonna
He
attack.
went down here and then here and then here.
Then I'm gonna take,
L.
I'm just gonna stab him again, I guess. Okay, go ahead and stab him. That's a 9. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Okay, and I guess that's my turn. So I so badly want him to join the call and just hear me talking for him and piss him off a little bit. Ever so slightly. All right, that's his turn. Gabriel, you're up.
All right, cool. Upon seeing, or at least hearing, the new lot rock up and realizing that the leader might be close by, I look over at Vicindi, and like, you know, I mentioned something before I dash off in like their general direction. I say we mop up the rest of his crew and leave him alive, send him packing so he knows to warn his fucking Kurvak of what's on its way.
It's an option.
Well, I mean, if we leave him alive, we can get any information we want out of him, and then embarrass him in front of his own people, so I think that would be worth giving a go. Now, whether you can catch up, that's your call. But I'll meet you over there, and then I start fucking dashing it over. Well, I don't dash, but you know what I mean. I'll start making my way over there as quickly as I can.
Oh, you're running underneath everything? Okay.
Yep.
He just kind of leaves me in the dirt. I'm like, that guy's such a fucking wanker.
You're bloody wanker. So you gonna do anything while you're down there? Or? Gabe?
Hmm?
Are you gonna do anything else?
Anything?
All right. Is there anyone else on my level? Like, I take it that these guys like here are like on the same.
They're
level
on the
as me,
ground
right?
level, yes. Everything like
but-
so the buildings are roughly 40 feet high, but then the ladders allow you to get up them really quickly.
All right. Gotcha.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So I am going to. Ooh, I'm gonna save that one. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on this guy here.
Yeah, him you'd be able to see at least, so okay.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on him. That's only a 10 to hit. I probably don't hit that.
Yeah, that's a miss. So as you fire out, he sees it coming and he ducks low and it just hits like something in the distance.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Then after that, it is going to be the regular orcs turn. Well, it's actually the orcs and the elites. They're all gonna go. So,
At least I didn't know we were playing Halo.
So this guy's gonna run in to challenge that guy. This guy's gonna run up on him, and this guy, he don't like that you were shooting at him, so he's actually gonna go like so he's actually going like under this, so he's underneath it.
Okay.
Then he's gonna be like right there, and he's gonna pull out a little crossbow, and he's gonna try and shoot you.
Brilliant.
Halo themed D&D to win.
Ooh, that is a sexy 20 not natural to hit.
Okay, that hits.
So you naughty boy, are only going to take 3 points of piercing damage because he rolled like
Only
shit.
3?
So yeah.
Brilliant. All right.
So you take
I'll
an
be
arrow
right
to the
back.
side of the knee. Okay. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know taking it to the side of the knee, but my mom's just coming. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. His mom will be coming when I'm around too. But anyway,
Hey.
Okay,
Hey!
I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going home.
you are home, bitch. That's the fun of D&D. All right.
That's true.
I want to go homie or homie.
This guy is going to take a couple of swings at this dude with his sword. That's a miss.
Right.
That's a miss. I'm not going to read the numbers if they're fighting NPCs. It's fine. This guy's going to take a couple swings at the boss. That's a miss. That's a nat 20.
Holy fuck.
Okay. I need to write in... There we go. Yeah, nat 20 just fucking hit. So, all right. So that's going to be 12 plus 3. So that's going to be 15 points of slashing. As he swings, he's able to bring his arm up, but it carves a chunk through his arm.
That's the third nat 20 we've rolled so far. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we're getting down to the... It's getting intense today.
yeah,
Okay. So, that's all them. Now the elites are gonna go. Let's make sure... Yeah. So, this guy... I gotta see... He's gonna ride this. And then he's gonna run up on this guy. This dude... He's gonna go up here. And he's gonna head this way. And I think that's it, just those two. So this guy's gonna take a couple of swings at this orc. That's a hit. That's a hit. Both those are gonna hit. So 2 of these. Woo! So that's 16 slashing damage. Followed by another 6 slashing damage. That's enough. The first cleave, he gashes through the chest of this guy. And then as he brings the axe across again, he just... You hear bones snap as he just drives him into this guy, killing him.
Yeesh.
Alright. Good orcs' turn. We got a lot of NPCs to get through here to make this exciting. The good orcs are going to go, so this guy's going to attack back. He's going to make 2 swings. That's a hit. That's a hit, so that's good. He's coming back from it.
Fuck him up.
So that'll be... Ooh, that's a 1 on damage, plus 3, so that's 4. And then... Oh, he's rolling like shit. And then... So that's 10 slashing to this guy as he brings his blade. And then... Commander Vaz is gonna go, and he's gonna take a couple of swings at this guy. That's a miss. Shit. And then a nat 20, I shit you not.
God damn, dude.
Alrighty.
I'm just seeing like miss with his first attack and choke him out with the chain or
Yeah,
something.
he swings and the orc just bats it away with his blade, but as he does, he pulls out like another axe from his back and swings it upwards. So that is 12 plus 4 plus 3, that is 19, and he just swings it, cutting through this guy's neck.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Yeah.
And then he licks the blade of his axe, slurping up a little of the blood. Oh, this is
All right,
getting
that's
exciting.
Initially, I had wanted to keep this dude alive so he could be like the new king of these armies, but I don't know
Armies?
about that anymore.
This is
Yeah.
how
These
orcs HIV is spread. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Orcs, I don't even know if orcs get it on that much, though.
I think we need to form a union.
We need to form a union.
Oh my
Not
god.
another union.
And
Raise
so
awareness for
goblins.
STDs.
he's
Give me the script. I need the script you for the unioning.
he's gonna run up on this dude, and he's gonna bonus action surge.
Yes, sir.
So he's gonna make 2 more attacks. Again, 1 miss and 1 hit. No nat 20 this time, but he still gets to do a solid 13 slashing damage to this guy as he just runs up. Their axes collide once, but then he swings low and gashes the knee. So now I have to math real quick, which is very hard for King to do, but I did it while I was stalling by talking. All right, now it's Lieutenant Gorvan's turn. He is going to do something. I don't know what he's gonna do. He knows you're all over there, and he don't like you all over there. He thinks you guys kind of smell bad. So he is going to... Let's make it interesting. He's gonna run up here. Right, hang on. He can just make that. He's gonna ride this all the way to here. That's all I can do right now, but he's gonna start shouting orders. And then the Eye of Ordeuses are gonna go. So this guy, he don't like being shot at, so he's gonna do Acid Splash on Asher, who makes the save, so he takes no damage.
There you go.
And then the other one, where is he at? He's right here. He is just going to... They're blocking the way, so he's gonna take this. And then he's gonna run to the edge. And he can see you down there by leaning over the edge. He's gonna fire a firebolt at you.
Well, he can fucking try.
That'll be plus. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Okay, good.
You tried.
And then that is just 7 points of fire damage as the staff bursts forth a little bolt of flame and it hits you in the back.
Brilliant. Make a dex saving throw.
I saw that.
That's good.
Ha! Joke's on you, bitch. I got 20, not natural.
You got 20? Alright, let's see
Yeah.
what he takes half of. He takes half of 23, so he only takes 13 damage. No,
That's
wait, what is
so
half of 23?
crazy.
No, half of 23 would be 11. You always go the lower number, so
Alright, cool. I'm bad at math.
that's why I'm here. But okay. So as he blasts you, almost on instinct, it doesn't even take time to charge up. You just fire the laser up, and it blasts him in his glowing eye. All right. Finally,
Yeah.
it's your guys' turns. Bjorn, you're up. You're prone though.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pick myself up, groaning, and just like,
All right,
not
that-
very happy about being fucking thrown on my ass.
That's half your movement speed. Keep in mind.
That's fine with me. As if I'm going anywhere. Oh, for fuck's sake! You've got to be kidding me. Why am I rolling like shit today? All right, the first one's a 12 second. Yeah, first one's a 12, second one's an 11.
Let me double check. The chain, the 12 just hits.
Okay, yeah,
So
I
that's
kinda wondered
one.
about that. Roll 20, you're not being very nice to me today, and I don't appreciate it.
It tries.
Hey, max damage though. We'll take a 19.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, let's fucking go.
All right, yeah, you swing once and it's able to step back, but its leg gives out, and as it drops, you jump onto its stomach with a leg, jump up into the air, and swing your axe down. It can't even cut through this thing's head all the way, but it goes halfway through, just, and you're able to hang there for a second before your axe slips out, and its body just stays there in this kneeling position with the head down, gushing blood.
Fuck yeah! All right. All right. Question.
That's up high.
Yeah, how high? You said 40 feet, right?
Yeah, about that.
But it looks
Okay,
about
yeah.
like halfway up the finger, though, right?
Yep. We'll just.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go here then. Yeah, we'll just hang out here then. And
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Okie dokie. Asher, you're up. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. All right, fireball. Here we go. It's
Fireball?
firebolt.
No,
No, fireball. I
Okay.
don't think he has.
Okay.
I don't think he
I
got
thought
fireball.
the same for a second. I thought the same for a second.
Fireball in one guy is kind of bad, but okay.
I was
That's-
gonna say.
It would be roleplay.
It would be an Asher move, though.
It would be an
action
action move.
That's 23, and I'm already gonna use my other one to get a nat 1 for my bonus action. So only the first one's gonna hit. All right, roll the damage. Yeah, I'm doing that. That's 8 fire damage. Okay. Good job. So you fire out the bolt and it hits this guy square in the chest. And he collapses and dies. Yeah! You see that, guys? I'm gonna go up here now.
I like to imagine unlike if Asher gets a nat 1 for a firebolt spell, he accidentally casts fireball.
Oh, yeah,
and
he-
then just
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's supposed to
And then
take
he has
damage,
to-
isn't he? Because he rolled a nat 1. I'm just kidding.
No,
I think we're not doing that roll this time. So,
okay, sure.
well, well, I said we weren't doing that. Where
That's
you hurt
fine, then
yourself,
we're
unless you
not
want
doing
to hurt yourselves.
I don't know.
Okay, that's what I thought. So he won't hurt himself. He actually rolled max on that too, just hypothetically speaking.
Usually, what I've started doing is like what something my other DMs do is I roll a D100 for severity, and if I roll high enough, like you either damage yourself or you damage somebody else.
Hmm. Well,
I've seen the I don't know if you're aware of it too. There's a thing, the empathy roll, or no, sorry. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's not empathy roll. There's something Brenly Mulligan does. I think emphasis roll.
yeah,
that's
the
it.
emphasis.
Yes,
roll.
emphasis roll.
Yeah, it's cool, but
It is cool.
Anyway, it's your turn, Vicindy.
after sort of Gabriel rushing past, Vicindy's sort of still, a bit dumbstruck. He's just sort of looking in his direction where he went, just kind of like disgusted. He's just like, what the fuck? And then he looks over to Vicindy or to Bart or to Bjorn to see,
You got it. I believe
is-
in you.
Is he good? Is he all good? And then he just sees him do it. It's like, yeah, he's good. He's sort of lost for fucking words. So at the moment, I've already measured up. That should be 30 on the dot. Yeah, 30 on the dot. So I'm gonna head up here.
Okay,
And I'm gonna go ahead and just attack this dude, short and sweet.
that's fine.
That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then for the max damage, which is nice, 13.
Nice.
Max damage, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes him, I
Also
believe, the
good
same
for
there. Yeah.
attack. So,
All right.
My
So,
dex damage is 19. What?
I'm good for a second attack.
yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, very nice. 27.
I mean, I guess that hits. We'll say it does anyway.
We'll
And
say it
then
hit.
That
Sure.
one not as nice. I only got an 8 damage.
Okay, that's still good. I can just chip away at that number a little bit. It looks like the same thing. Okay, so you run up. He tries to block, bringing his blade up, but you swing low and you cut through his waist. Ugh. As he bends over, you slice down, cutting through his collarbone. You actually you feel the blade scrape against his bone, cracking it.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
that
the
guy.
idea of that sound makes me really uncomfortable. Ah!
That's the point. This is intense. This is combat. People die.
I
That
love
guy's
these
hurting pretty good now.
descriptions.
So.
Max torturing someone, Kieran unfazed. Kieran and the idea of bone crunching against sword. Owie, no, not my ears.
All right. It's gonna be the ogre's turn. He thinks he's gonna break it if he goes up there. So he's just gonna
Roll
start.
intelligence to see if he actually thinks that. No, I'm kidding.
No, he's just gonna start making his way. Okay, so he's like underneath this right now. He's like about there.
Yep.
He's gonna start making his way down there.
Just an ogre hanging onto a zip line.
Fucking
Actually,
brings it all down by
So funny.
accident.
from there, he does have a bow and arrow. Actually, so he's a bolt launcher ogre.
Really thought you said he had a boner. I was really concerned.
No.
It's
I mean, he
slapping
might,
against his
but
thighs.
I don't know if ogres even have those. But he's gonna use his bolt
Skyrim
launcher.
says otherwise.
So he's
Does
gonna.
he- does he have to roll for concentration for his boner?
God damn it.
It's, consti-
If he,
it's
if
just
he has a- if he-
constitution to maintain the blood flow to there. Yeah.
if he
Yeah, that's
has, if he rolls for four turns, does he have to go to see a doctor?
Okay. So now he has to roll damage. So that was one miss and one hit. On
Who's that
the
against?
It's against the commander. He's the one he can see up there. So he loads a giant, large, sharp bolt into it. He actually rolled kind of crap. That's +1. So that is 15 points of piercing damage as it fires out, and it nails him like right in the side of his hip. Ugh! It's kind of distracting him as the other guy tries to go in for a swing.
Rolls like crap. Does 15 damage. Fuck off.
Dude's giving me Hawkeye Goth vibes.
Well, you should see the potential he had to do damage. So, anyways, moving on. Top of the turn order, Rizzler, it's your turn. I'm just gonna stab this guy. Really, I'm kind of over it. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know,
Fuck,
give us a
that's a nat one. You gotta be kidding me. I'm terrible at this game, you guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
He's not bad. Jesus Christ! I know you're not saying
Being
he's bad.
No, that's what he'd say because he rolled a nat one. Not like I'm
Yeah.
saying he's bad.
I don't think he's
Chill.
ever said that.
Well,
I don't know. We've all had moments of going.
well,
"Fuck,
he's
I'm bad at
not
this game,"
here,
despite-
is he? I have to improvise. Fine, I'll just say, oh no, I
It's
got a nat one.
roleplay.
That's really unfortunate. There you go. Is that better?
I come.
Yes.
I don't think he can attack twice. Let me double check his stuff. Can you do anything else?
Rogues do get extra attack after a certain level, but I don't know what level that is.
He don't
Should be
have
level
it.
5 if it's like anything.
You don't have it yet.
I thought so too. Let me see. Wait, I could be wrong about that actually.
Wait, he has two-weapon fighting, and since rapier's a one-handed weapon.
Oh.
Well, then I'm gonna
Oh,
use
it's-
my
it's-
I'm gonna use
doesn't
my
get that.
whisper blade.
He
Damn right.
'Cause I can
two-weapon
do-
fighting. He can't get that with rapier. I tried.
What do you mean?
It doesn't meet the things. It has to be a light weapon, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
Oh.
Rapier
I
is-
thought
It's
it
a
was
finesse
light-
weapon.
I thought it was a. Oh, it's only finesse. That's right.
Yeah, I
Right,
thought
right,
for a
you're right.
long time that you could, and that's what I did. I remember doing it with Artorias, and then I was like, "Oh shit! This whole time I've been doing it wrong." And then
All
I
right, sorry,
stopped
Rizzler.
and-
You're just stuck not being helpful this turn. It's fine, and I'll come back from this.
I'll
don't-
bounce
I
back,
don't-
boys.
I don't like telling people what they can't do, but that is unfortunately a thing.
I do. You can't fuck me in the bum.
Gabriel, you're up.
Okay, cool. Quick question.
Yes.
How much movement does climbing up the ladder expend?
It's
Or climbing up a ladder?
just like 5 feet. But you have,
Okay,
but
quick
they
que-
help you get up. You can't just scale like these things that are floating. You know.
No worries. Also, another question: which one of these is the general of these fuckwits?
It's the
Is it
dude.
this fella up here?
Yeah, it's this guy all the way over here.
Gotcha. All right.
He's
Well.
Lieutenant Gorvon.
Let me check something. Because if I use my action to dash, I can make it to that zip line, which I just might do. So I'm going to use my action to dash,
Okay.
so I can completely clear all this and get to the zip line. Is there anything I need to roll to hop on it to then take my ass around?
No, you can just hook yourself onto it. Unless it's damaged,
Okay.
you don't have to roll. So.
All right, so I'm gonna hook myself around, gonna be like, wee, and then as I'm zipping in, I am going to cast Eldritch Blast as a bonus action.
I can't say I'm surprised.
That is a 19 to hit.
That it. Hang on, let me double check. Yeah, that hits.
Cool. And how much damage does he take? He takes 9 damage
9.
as I land. Yep, 9 damage as I land
Okay.
beside him.
All right. He's getting ready. He's surveying the scene, and then he hears, and he turns, and you're coming in. You fire the little green orb. It hits him straight in the chin, and he spits out a little blood. All right, then you're the first to fall.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
So that's gonna be your turn then.
Hell yeah.
Makes it the orc's turn. Well, that guy don't have a fucking target anymore. So this guy is just gonna attack this dude. He's gonna take a couple of swings at him. That's a miss. That's a nat 20.
Wait.
What is happening with the? No, this is the bad orc. You don't want to root for him.
Wait.
That's gonna be 18. So he is able to kill this guy
Well,
as he swings upwards, carving through the dude's chest.
No.
Aha! He's then gonna ride here, and he's going to surround Commander Vaz.
I think Asher should help him. That'd be cool.
Guys, I got it. Okay. So
Fireball.
then the
fireball.
this guy, he's kind of just stuck down here, so he's just gonna make his way across the side here, try and cut you guys off from behind. Elite orcs are gonna go. This guy's gonna attack you, Vizindi, or he's gonna try to.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, that's only an 18.
All right.
And that is gonna be... That's a 20. Wait. Yeah, that's a 20 to hit.
No. No, 21.
You're 21 now?
21. Oh, did I not tell you? Here, let me
No.
just check. I don't think I... Oh, it was the magic ring that buffed me. That's right. That's what it was.
So you're 21 now.
Mm.
So I'm gonna...
21
That's
jump
probably
through.
why I forgot to
So,
tell you.
alright, so...
Because it wasn't anything.
He swings once, and you're able to block it with your blade. As he swings again, you think he's gonna hurt you, but it bounces off, and you notice the little ring on you gleam as you realize it has defended you against his blade. And
Fuck yeah.
against me having fun. So this guy's gonna attack the commander, and he gets to attack twice with advantage because they are flanking him. So, actually, even with advantage, that first one's still a miss. Second one's gonna hit. So he swings once, and the commander's able to dodge, but he quickly turns the blade around and swings it back. And so he is going to take...
Hell,
That is going to
too
be
far away.
13 points of slashing damage on the commander as the blade goes across his chest. He's starting to hurt a bit, the commander, but you wouldn't be able to tell because he's loving being in battle. Speaking of which, he's the only ally in this area, but he is gonna fight these guys. So he is going to attack this dude. That's gonna hit. He's gonna stop them from getting advantage on him. I don't know what you guys are frickin' laughing at.
I just
That's
like
Kieran.
I can't like because you mentioned about the fact we can't tell how he's doing due to the fact that he's enjoying being in battle so much. I'm just sat there thinking he doesn't have like a facial like health gauge, or like, you know, based on his stance, like, you know, you can only like, because of the fact he's enjoying battle so much, you can only tell just how much health he's got and the fact that he's bleeding out by how hard he is.
Yeah.
The less blood he's got, the limper he goes.
So even as he gets attacked, he spins around, his axe sinking into the face of the orc behind him. And then he brings his other one up and smashes it into the same spot, splitting the guy's face open and him collapsing.
Lovely.
I just spit everywhere too, making that sound effect, so that was cool.
Just like me, for real.
All right.
Delicious.
So you attack the lieutenant. He's about to attack you back. So he pulls out his great axe. This one looks pretty dangerous too. So we get
Goody.
So that's gonna be 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then the second one's gonna be, that's just gonna miss. It's so low. But this one will hit. So that will be that's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage as he brings it across. And as you try to dodge, he cuts you on the chest slightly.
Lovely. Can he make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, jeez. That's only a 12.
Okay, so that misses. All right, let's hope he takes full. He's taken 17 damage.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to maim.
So as he cuts through you, he notices the red veins go through your hand. You actually have your hand down, and as he looks down, it fires into his side, like just under the ribs. All right.
Yeah.
And then where's spellcaster at? He's over here. He's gonna. I don't know what these guys have. Shit spells. And this is like in the his own stat block that I was given. So fuck. You know what? He's gonna cast bless. So he is going to bless this guy. He's gonna bless this guy.
Yes.
And he'll bless that guy. And he'll bless this guy.
What does plus do again?
It gives you a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Wow.
So he'll bless all those guys, swinging his enchantment in the air. All right, and that's going to be his turn.
To hit or to damage?
To hit.
It's hit. Fuck.
That's
All right, Bjorn, it's your turn.
Cool. Well, I had an idea for what I wanted to do, but to be honest, I think I'm gonna change what I want to do now. So we're gonna run. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go down here to this guy and start fucking up his shit.
Okay.
Hopefully, as long as Roll 20 is nice to me today. Okay, we like that. All right, first one. That one's probably gonna hit, but it's 14. So I'm assuming both of the. This is a 14 hit on this guy.
14 just misses.
Ooh. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one hit. We'll take the one hit though.
The other one hits, yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay, only 8 damage. Fuck.
All right, so you bring your blade down, and it does cut through his arm. But it's not enough. And then as you swing again, he's able to parry it with his own blade.
All right.
Anything else?
Yep. That's all I can do.
Wow. All right, AJ's turn. Wow, you guys, like, suck. But I'll fix it. I'm gonna firebolt that guy. What guy? This guy. All right.
Thanks, AJ.
I got you, big man. I got your money too. Haha. All right, that one missed. Bonus action. That one's gonna hit. That's a 21. Yeah, that's gonna hit. All right, here we go. Big money, big money, big money, big money. That's gonna be a 9 fire damage. All right, so you blast this guy in the back of it, like just right in his spine, and it blows a little hole into his back and kills him. Yeah, I got you, Bjorn. We're in this together, man.
Blowing us back out, I see. Take
Nice.
this. Okay.
That's what AJ was. I was drinking. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna go over here because I want to ride the zip line. All right, if you want to. All right, Vizindi, you're up.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and well, first of all, Kieran, are you okay over there, or?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine over here.
You're
if I
okay
need
over
help,
there.
I'll let you know a few turns in advance.
He'll hollow back at you, girl.
Ain't
All right.
no
Oh,
way, bro.
I got a night 20 to hit this dude.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So from the roll itself, I'm just gonna delete the first one because it adds it up all together already. So I got a 4, and then plus the proficiency is a 9, and then 9 plus the 8 is 19.
Where are you
17.
mathing?
No,
That's
17.
17.
I'm sorry.
Math isn't our strong suit.
It's not quite, is it?
Okay,
So that's
so
17.
17. Okay,
I'm going
so
too quick.
with your blade, rather than you feign like you're gonna slice at him, but you bend it back towards him, and then you plunge forward, stabbing him into the gut. He's not dead, but he's hurting really bad.
All right, fine. I'll use my extra attack and swipe at him. Or
Okay.
actually, are we getting rid of the cantrips rule, or are we keeping it?
No, we're keeping it.
We've started using it. Maybe next campaign we'll change it, but for this game it's fair. So it just means my guys can do that too. So
That's fine. I'll roll with bonus or booming blade on this dude.
okay.
So that is, or well, to hit, I should probably say first. I
Yeah.
got a 17.
17 just hits.
So 17, and then that's a 10 damage, including the booming blade damage.
Okay, so just thinking about making sure I did this right. Yeah, so good job. You did it. So you swing out again. This time you cut his throat, just, and then it like pops in his face. So
Nice. I did like a no look kill type thing.
yeah, you turn around. You put your sword back in its scabbard just for the coolness, and then his head like pops basically.
All right, sick. So that's 25 to get to here. I'm saying, right?
Yes.
All right, then I'll do that. I can get to here then, and that's where I'll end my turn.
Yeah, you will.
Are you sure you're okay over there? Because at the moment I'm going to help this dude. I'm gonna fight these dudes over here. So
Oh yeah, I should be fine.
you're okay, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. It is the ogre's turn, and he's feeling kind of cheeky. He is. Hang on, I gotta see how far I can go. We'll do that.
Okay,
He's
maybe
gonna-
I'm not doing so good.
He's gonna move. He's gonna move over here, lumbering underneath everything. You hear the ground rustle, and he's gonna use his bolt launcher against you, Vicindy.
Oh, thank fuck. It's not me.
So, that'll be. Let me double check that I'm doing this right. That's a 22 to hit. And then that one's gonna miss, so. So, one hit. You are going to take. Woo, baby! Okay, so that's 10, 16 points of piercing damage.
Lovely. Wait, no, not lovely.
That's for Sketchy. Yeah, he's taking that damage.
I'm taking. Okay.
Yeah.
How much? 16. You said?
16 points as he leans back and fires a giant bolt. It doesn't go into you, but it shoots through your elbow and like pops out the other side, hurting your arm pretty
Right.
bad. I mean, it doesn't like damage anything critical, but it does carve a big hole like into your side. of
This
your
dude
arm.
did that.
Yeah, the big ogre.
All right.
I remember your face. And then the other
Damn
one
right
misses.
I will.
Top of the turn
I'm
order,
playing Dark
Rizzler.
Souls music for it.
Top of turn order. Rizzler, you're up. All right, you know what? I'm going to try something better. He's gonna ride here.
When it sees Vicindy making its way towards him, why the fuck do I hear boss music?
So this is going to give me advantage, right? Yeah, you're technically allied, so it'll give you your flanking. Good, good. So I'm going to do that. So with the rapier, oh my gosh, that was still bad. Does 16 hit? That just hits. Cool. So you get sneak attack with that. Yeah. So that's... I'm not going to have him say the damage. That's 10 plus... 11, so that's 21 points
Wow.
of piercing damage, which is just enough. So as you slip by, this guy's distracted. You leap back on your knees and you shoot forward, almost like with a little spin in the air, and you drive your rapier right through his chest. Just... And you kill this guy.
Yeah.
And Commander Vaz looks a little surprised for a moment, but then he just kind of gives you like a grin and a nod of approval. So, all right, and then that's gonna be my turn. Okay, Gabe, you're up.
All right, banging. I would also like to chuck my 2 cents in on the cantrip rule, and I would like to say that I wanted to stick around. I like it.
Okay.
As a warlock, I had to multi-class just so I could attack several times during a turn, because otherwise I'd only get 1 attack.
Okay, all right.
Nice to know where you're standing in things.
Hell yeah! Like the way I see it, as long as the enemies can do it, I don't fucking mind. I want to be able to do it. So I am going to cast. You know what? I'm going to do a different spell instead of Eldritch Blast.
Oh my
Looking
god,
this-
he's mixing it up.
Wow,
Right?
we're getting
So,
interested
looking-
now.
Looking this dickhead right in the eyes after he struck me, and after like I've blown off a bit of his side with my hellish rebuke, I hold like one of my hands out to the side and I snap my fingers, conjuring a flurry of swords that circle me, casting Sword Burst.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to grab a picture for that. All right, there's swords around here. Woo, yeah.
Oh no, that is Cloud of Daggers. Sword Burst circles me in within a 5-foot radius of me, and anything within that radius has to make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 of force damage.
Right now or on their turn?
Right now.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. He gets, I think that's a 16.
Yep, so he'll only take half of this then.
Okay.
That is... Yeah, that's 6. So he'll only take 3.
Okay. So your blades shoot out. He is able to leap backwards as the blades just kind of scratch at his skin rather than getting him fully.
Yep, and then I'm going to assume this would be an action to do it, but I'm going to pull out a weapon for myself, because this entire time I've just been using using spells. So I'm going to use the last bit of my turn to just to pull out one of my weapons.
Okay. That's fair. All right, then it is I was going to say it's the Elite Works turn, but they're all dead, so I can take them off the map. They're just dead. All right, then it is the Commander's turn. This is getting fun, and he's going to make an athletics check to jump down from here. And he gets a nat 20, so he's able to drop 40 feet and, like, catch the tree and then land and be completely safe.
Oh, brilliant.
Look at this guy.
Let's go, you
What a
overgrown
legend.
son of a bitch! And so he is going to make 2 attacks against the ogre. That's a miss. That's a hit.
I like this guy.
That's gonna be just 8 points of slashing damage, but he does cut off a couple toes.
Cut off those toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, toes. Got your toes. It's got your nose. Oh, I'll cut that off next. All right, Lieutenant Gorvan's turn. That's a neat little trick, but I'm the master of the blade. And he is going to make 2 attacks against you. That's a nat 20. I'm not shitting you. I don't know.
Wonderful.
I don't know where these rolls are coming from. I'm not like I am not changing them.
No worries, big man.
The other one's gonna be a 20, not natural. So that's 1 crit, 1 regular. So,
Brilliant.
all right, we'll do the regular first. So that's gonna be.
You're sketchy. I like it.
So the first one is
I love my favorite song, by the way.
the first one's gonna be 8 points of slashing. Okay, that's the
8
regular
points,
hit.
okay.
Yeah, that's 8. And then the next one, so that's the crit is gonna be 22 slashing.
Wonderful. Can you make a dex saving throw for me?
Sure.
Make a D&D playlist.
That is a 19. He rolled high on that.
Okay, so yeah, he'll take half of whatever I roll, which will be... Oh shit, I got max damage, so like he'll take 10 damage.
Okay. So
Half of your max is only 10.
Yep.
so
That's
he
with the first level version of Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, he
Oh.
could upscale it, or you know, but
I've used all my second level spell
yeah,
slots.
as I figured. So with his axe, he swings down, cutting you on the leg, and before you can get your sword out fully, he swings and he like slices through your stomach. That's where you double over from the crit. But as you do, you're still able to muster the strength to fire out. He scouts it, and as he moves, you burn the side of his forehead. He's hurting pretty bad, but I'm sure you are too now.
Oh yeah. It's only fair.
All right. The Eye's turn. They're gonna make their move. So this guy, he is going to panic, and he's actually just gonna charge Asher with a spear. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. That's gonna be a 17. No, it's not. Okay, so that's gonna hit. And you're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage. Guys, I'm like kind of hurting. Can we kill these guys? As it runs up and stabs you in the side. Ow.
No, it doesn't.
No, yeah, no, it doesn't. He just keeps saying he would deny. The other guy. Boop 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 boop. He's gonna back up
Right.
his guy here, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw now.
Wonderful. Lucky for you, Dex is one of the few things I'm actually good at. So that is a 17.
So that is a never mind. You take no damage.
Woo!
Before as he casts the spell, you're just able to dodge out of the way of it. So, all right, Bjorn, you're up.
Here we go.
You're
And
right
we're
here.
running up here and backing my boy up here.
Oh my God!
You
Well,
get
hang
damage
on,
on the hit?
hang on. Where?
Hey, hold on a second. That's 35 feet, and I've got 40 feet of movement, my good sir.
All right.
Because I'm a barbarian.
You just kind of took off like that. All right, so you're flanking. So you.
Oh,
get
I was.
advantage.
Oh yeah, no, I already did it up beforehand. I'm trying to like make it easier on you, so that way we're not like waiting around for me to decide what I'm doing.
Mhm.
That's wonderful.
So flanking, which means I technically get to make 4 rolls since I do 2 attacks.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, that first one's definitely gonna hit,
yep.
and a 13 plus 9, so a 22.
Yeah,
Assuming both of
anything
those
over
hit.
20 hit. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. All right, 12. Okay, so the first one is a 14, and the
Okay.
other one is a 16. Yeah, 14 plus
Okay.
16.
Wow, that's 30 damage total. Okay.
Wow.
Fuck yeah,
So
baby.
you run up. This thing swings back with a fist. You're able to dodge it. You slice into the side of it with your axe. And then as it tries to step on you, you roll out of the way. You leap up and you carve upwards, cutting through its chest again. The ogre's hurting pretty bad. So
Damn right he is.
AJ's turn. Oh, yeah, I'm killing this guy. All right, second
Do
level
it.
magic missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 4 plus 1. That's 5 times 4. That's another 20. Damn. All right, nice. So as he fires them out and you're hitting the same guy, this guy was mean. He hurt me. All right. You fire them all into his face, and it breaks. The first one hits him in the nose. The second one breaks his nose. The third one busts the nose. The fourth one smashes the nose into his brain, and the fifth one just smashes him over. Yeah, this dude's dead.
Can I use
This
my
dude's face
reaction?
is concave.
Can I use my reaction to catch his nose?
Well, no, it got punched into his head. You know, it didn't
Did it, go through 2 minutes? Sorry.
It's not like a crater.
Yeah, there's now just like a big it's like his face got sucked inwards, you know, kind of now. So
Like
Yeah.
a character eating a lemon in The Simpsons.
It's like a cartoon character getting punched in the face, like it actually like concaves on itself.
yeah. I am Asher. Hear me roar. Meow.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
meow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it.
Can I,
All right.
Can I catch the nose that came right through his head? Can I
That's
catch it midair as it's flying through there?
no.
It's not doing that.
No, I muted
It's
my
just
mic so I couldn't hear.
It's
the
just in his
expression.
face. So yeah, no.
No,
It's like a
Gotta listen to
cartoon
what he's
character being
saying.
punched in the
But
face.
it is-
divoted.
It is your
I
turn.
didn't hear him joysticks because I had to deafen my document.
Hmm.
Can I take it? Can I do this here? Like,
Where am I looking? Okay. Ride that to there. Yeah, you can technically quickly change. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Of course,
I'll
so-
do that then.
Okay. So you.
Go here. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attack my man here.
Okay.
Big boy.
Big beefy boy.
Hell
Is he
yeah.
flanking?
Um.
Am I?
Well, hang on. I guess.
You have the movement to do so.
Not really, because I came from kind of in front of him, didn't I?
Yeah, but you have the movement to do so, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you want me to, if it's possible, if you'd allow it, then yeah, I will.
I'll allow it. These hay bales aren't that high,
I'm
so.
just sad about it.
How do I...
This is supposed to be more difficult than it is. The fact that there's only 3 of you too, so.
Well, I can tell you now, it's fun.
Well,
It's
as long
very
as
fun.
as long as you're having fun, then that's what matters. I only have fun when you guys are panicking, though, so I got to work on that.
Okay.
Put it this way, I
feel
wouldn't have
better.
moved up here if I wasn't scared for Kieran's life.
That's true.
Okay, I'll take that.
So I'm gonna move. Or how
You're
does,
flanking,
how does
you're fine.
flanking work?
Well,
How does
okay, so you
flanking
have to be a full 180 degrees, like around the enemy from where your teammate is. So technically, since
Which
you're,
you are.
so yeah, you are.
So
So now you can
so
roll
my
with
roll-
it. So if you attack this guy, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. We're just okay. I'm glad
So-
because I got a nat 1 in the first one.
Okay, yeah,
Thank God.
Second one wasn't much better. It was a 12.
that's a miss.
Okay, but I'm gonna use my extra attack.
Okay,
And that again was what are these rolls? That was an 11.
Oh my
miss.
God.
Yeah,
Yep.
I missed.
So you come
even
up
with
behind him, but
advantage
he-
and extra attack, I missed all of them.
He was aware, even while he's fighting Gabriel, he's aware you come up behind him. As you swing, he spins around and blocks your attacks before turning back on his previous opponent.
Alright.
Alright. Ogre's turn. He is not good, so he is getting kind of worried. He's just gonna start throwing some fists. He's gonna throw a fist at each of you. So that rolled out of my rolling thing and into the spot where the die sits, but it landed perfectly, so I'm gonna count it. So that is, find his thing.
I take it he doesn't have blessing anymore, by the way, since the other dude's dead, the caster.
That's correct, yes. I meant to turn that off. All the other blessed guys died before they even got to use it, so. All right, so this guy got a 21 against the commander, and we're just gonna roll against Bjorn. And he rolled a 2, so you're safe. So he's just gonna punch
Yay.
Commander Vaz in the face real quick. That's gonna be... that's gonna be 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he just knocks him down for a second, but he gets back up. All right, little blood coming out of the commander's mouth there. That's his turn. Rizzler, you're up. Okay, I got this.
Yeah, he's
Seconds.
got this.
I want my advantage still, so I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna come here, and then I'm gonna loop around, if I can, to that guy. Let me check.
I mess with it.
And then that's... yeah, that's enough movement. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm gonna use Whisper. Nat 20.
Yeah.
It'd be better if Giraffe was here to actually roll a nat 20, but oh well. Alright, so you're using Whisper? Yeah, so that is gonna be... Hang on, let me check, because I don't have... because King has to look.
Oh, here, I can fucking look it up. I still have Jace's character sheet.
Well, no, it's a different... I changed it a little bit, I think, so...
Oh, okay. You respect it. Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty broken. It was a
Yeah.
+3 weapon when I was done with it.
Yeah, so, yeah, this time it's only +1, so... But it does do good damage. So that's 3d4 twice. Yep. So 3d4 plus 12 plus your modifier. Hell yeah. So
Jace just decides, fuck you, disenchants your fucking weapon.
basically, okay, so that's
Wait, what?
that is
Like, look.
8 plus 12 plus 4, so that's 24 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
So the rapier, as this guy turns around, he just thrusts out, and the rapier goes through the guy's neck.
Oh.
And he just like kind of slumps off the blade.
Beautiful.
Well, I'm just sat there imagining the situation where, like, you know, Mac's like, hey, you're not really adventuring much now these days, right? You still need that dagger. Jay's like, look, I'll give you the dagger, but because you were a twat quite a bit during that adventure, I'm going to disenchant it just to fuck with you. You know what?
Honestly,
That's fair enough.
Well, here's the thing. To be fair, Jace kind of liked Mac more than anybody else in that party, so.
I'm not going to take away all the enchantments, but I'm going to take away 2 levels of it. All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
You have to earn it back on your own, bitch. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't work for
Consider-
free in this bitch.
Yeah, consider these 2 levels that I'm taking off payment for your fucking leg.
Oh yeah.
All
I didn't
right.
even think about that.
All right, Gabe. Gabe, you're up.
All right, cool.
Gabriella.
Gabriella, yep. All right, so I'm gonna. All right, so Eldritch Blast, nat 20.
Of course. What? That's like 8 nat 20s. What the hell is going on?
So that is
We're all lying.
12 plus.
we're all fudging our rolls.
Yeah, we've all
Nice.
fudged the roll. Only I'm allowed to technically do that, but I usually don't. I don't like doing
Alright,
that.
so
but...
that is
Wait,
12
you're just all
plus
doing it.
8. So that's 20 damage total from Eldritch Blast.
Okay, describe it to me.
All right, so upon what I said earlier, I don't actually go for the kill itself. Instead, I realizing that, like, you know, I'm still locked in combat with him and he's got nowhere to go because of Cindy being like right behind him. I decide to use my Eldritch Blast to fucking decimate his hands before he can swing for me again, causing
Okay.
both of his weapons to drop, setting, like, you know, he's basically got to submit or whatever. Upon
Okay.
submitting, I do. I put my blade to his throat and I call out, "To any survivors out there, I'd recommend you either put your weapons down or you face the consequences. Your leader is here, and while I'm not going to kill him, I will not stop myself from killing the rest of you."
Okay, so roll intimidation.
Intimidation, and that is 19.
I'm
Okay.
just trying to imagine this dude punching you in the stomach with his snubs.
Well, yeah. So as he swings the blade, you blast and you. You don't destroy his hands, but you shatter the bones in his palms, so he has to drop the axe. And then, yeah, you hold him at blade point. So the ogre, kind of mindless, is still worried enough, and he begins to try and run away. And you better believe Commander Vaz is taking his attack of opportunity against it.
Oh, as he should.
Yeah,
I said he could run away. I didn't say I'd let him live.
he misses. Bjorn, are you taking it or no?
No, I'm letting him go.
Okay, he just kind of as he just kind of like lumbers away.
Ogre, no.
So, that's gonna happen. So is that your turn, Gabriel?
Well, that's it in terms of the combat part. I'm just waiting to interrogate him.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's so that's that. Yeah, he's just gonna assume it's over. It's Lieutenant Gorvan's turn. He's gonna unarmed strike you as best as he can.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Does he get disadvantage because he's got no fucking nubs?
He's still
Well,
got hands.
It's just gonna negatively hurt him.
Goody.
He rolled high. That's still a 19 to hit for an unarmed strike.
Yep.
So you're gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he punches you in the gut with his broken hand. So I will say that refluxes, and he'll take 3 points of damage to himself.
Oh, goody.
So as he punches you in the gut and I will never surrender to the likes of you. Kuvak will have my head either way.
Well, either he's going to have it, or I'm going to remove it.
Do your worst. And he spits.
Upon him spitting at me, I kind of like wipe off, like looking fairly disgusted. And I'm like, oh, trust me. The worst I could do to you, I'm going to be honest, kind of scares me as well. So you might want me to go a bit easier on you. So I'm going to recommend that you tell me where he is, or I will make you suffer.
Kuvak the Conqueror. He is the mightiest orc I have ever encountered. Nothing scares me more than his wrath. And, like, you can see, like, actual fear in his eyes thinking about Kuvak. He travels with his... but he brings orcs to his encampment. I could take you there, or you could kill me now and save me the pleasure of dying then.
Now, see, that sounds mighty tempting, but if he's as powerful as you say he is, then, you know, you telling us where he is would just be sending us to our deaths, which I think would be a very, very good outcome for you if you make it. Wouldn't you agree?
Roll persuasion.
Alrighty. Persuasion. That is a 24.
Okay. He sits down on his butt, goes cross-legged. He doesn't stand up to fight you anymore. Fine. I submit. And then you hear in the area, like, the other orcs are, like, running away, and so all the ones in the vicinity are cheering, yeah! The commander, he throws his axe into the air, and it, like, spins on the chain before he brings it back down. Victory is ours! Yeah, thanks to us. And then Asher tries to get on this, and he just falls and face plants.
You're quite a warrior, Commander. And that axe, I must say, where did you acquire such a thing?
Acquire? I had one of the spellcasters here design it for me. I don't even know how this damn thing works. We had a traveler teach it to us. From somewhere in the distance, he was a very mechanically gifted fellow.
Hey.
Pre-planned, by the way. No one gave me that hint, so.
What's quite impressive work. I could use something like that for sure.
Well, perhaps I would be willing to share the secrets of my weapon. We'll see what mood I hold a little later today.
I look forward to it.
And as you guys begin to make your way over to your friends, he does call out, "Good work out there. You prove to be very valuable assets."
Glad we could do our job.
Now get the hell out of my camp. And as he, like, kind of walks away, like, not really enforcing that.
All right, yeah, we'll head up here and see what the situation is.
Guys, wait, I can't climb the hand very well.
I'll grab him and, like, throw him up there.
Hey, a potato sack. I like potatoes.
My dad's yellow like potatoes.
Yeah, I prefer green potatoes because I'm an orc.
So,
Second, sorry.
managed to get any good information out of this one?
Well, I've made him submit, and that's all I can say so far, but he seems to be willing to cooperate because he's going to be leading us straight to his camp, where we will probably die. Isn't that right?
Well, since you're so eager to have your throat slit, I see why not. As embarrassing as this defeat is, if you all get killed, Kuvok might not be so mad at me.
Oh,
Hold on.
good. I'm
We're not
glad
seriously thinking about going to their camp now, are we?
Well, maybe not now, but it's a good idea to at least have a good track of where they could be.
Their camp doesn't move, does it?
No.
Well, let's... Oh, good. It doesn't move. Isn't that wonderful?
I worried with Kuvok being more of a traveling conqueror that he might be wanting to keep on the move, but I suppose that saved us the trouble. Either way, we still have. Oh, sorry. I was going to say. Either way, we still have our main mission at hand. If what he is claiming are powerful and we may be having a little bit of trouble, it might be best to go get what we need and then formulate a plan to invade the camp.
Oh, Ordeus above, do you want the info or not? I have no time for this.
Then spit it out. I don't have time to waste listening to your pleas.
Please, yeah. There's 2 locations that you need to be looking for. Our actual hideout and the encampment for the army. Kuvok himself is always on the move, but when he isn't, he rests at the hideout for short periods. Oftentimes, he is on the move specifically with a small force. We have begun invading other tribes, much like this one, killing the leaders and assimilating their forces into our own. The army is stored at the encampment.
And where are these locations?
You got a map?
Well, of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a traveler without one, would I?
Hell if I know. He just kind of blankly stares away.
I get the map out and I hold it up. Like, all right, now point with what's left of your hands where we're going.
So he slowly stands up and he just bends his elbow and he starts pointing with his elbow because his hands are, like, literally broken. Like, the fingers are, like, dangling inside the skin. Let me double check that I'm doing this right. So he points, I don't have the atlas in front of me, but he points to an area like in the center of the continent. There is the army encampment. It literally sits in the wide open field. It's heavily guarded at most times, but there are rare instances where most of the soldiers are taken out for training practice. Because you want the smartest way in, that is the time to enter it. And then, he points to like a side. This is like as far east as you can go before you really hit the coast. It's like leaving the forest area. It's like actually against a mountain range. The hideout is a big building set up here, fortified with steel bars and wooden structuring. That is where we deal with our planning. Though at any time there could be a multitude of orcs, and Kuvok doesn't really announce when he's there or not.
Well, that is just lovely, I say as well. Like, I tick off the locations and, like, take note of them. Well, you have been a wonderful help to us, you know? Anyone else got any questions for the chap here?
Sort of planning goes on at the hideout.
He kind of like grumbles. Perhaps you should ask the boss that, not me.
I'm tough. I don't see the boss. I only see you.
The invasion of Westershen. That city has been up for millennia, seeking nothing but to aid the world. It stands in a mighty fortress, teasing us orcs with its supposed unpenetrable fortress that it is. No, once we have enough forces at our disposal, we will raid that city and burn it to the ground.
You seem fairly confident going up against the Knights of Justice.
Knights of Justice. A long time ago, we would have cowered in fear of their mention, but now they're nothing more than government pigs who do as they're told.
I wouldn't be so sure. Things have changed quite a bit, and from what our experiences of them are, when they're necessary, they know how to put in the work.
Typical of adventurers to say as much. And he just kind of like grumbles.
I'm gonna signal the owl. I have forgotten its name because I didn't take notes because I lost my document the other time.
Hideo. It's like H-I-D deal, you know?
Hideo Kojima.
So you're gonna blow into the little whistle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm basically just gonna relay this information on towards the Knights of Justice, just to send them a letter, just to basically say that we have two locations of both the camp and the hideout, and just give a brief description of what he mentioned, you know, about like, you know, things like that, and see if we can get the other Knights of Justice to just scout it out basically, and just keep an eye on, you know, like trade or, you know, supply runs, logistics, maybe see if we can get a beat on where Kuvak is at all times, sort of thing, you know.
So that's a lot to write on a little piece of paper. But okay, so it takes a minute or two. Eventually, Hideo, he arrives, a little white owl. He perches on one of the hay bales. When you open up his sack, you find two pieces of parchment. One is blank and rolled around like a little quill pen with like ink at the tip of it. The other parchment is actually a letter from Mizar to all of you, just simply saying some soldiers were sent to the village of Sancton, where you were before, and the orc bodies were cleaned up. The little village has been helped repaired, and now they are under the protection of Westershen. So.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'm gonna refrain from mentioning both Rizzler and Bjorn yet.
Okay. So you're just telling about the orcs and that they plan to attempt an attack on the city at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, once you're done and you put up the bag, he takes off and he flies off. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Wait, where did you manage to get one of those?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, by the way, a little bonus thing. You all get to be level 8 now.
Whee!
Level up.
Nice.
And suck on that, Oatmeal. You're not here for the glory of it. So
He doesn't get a level up now.
Yeah. No, everybody levels up just for the
He
sake
doesn't
of
deserve to level up.
No, he doesn't, but
Improvement.
now it's just you guys are just making it even harder for me to balance this, but that's okay. That's where I get to get creative, so.
Part of me wanted to like put like more points into dexterity and stuff, but now we're making myself more tanky.
Constitution,
Hey,
baby.
that's my job.
No, yours is to not get hit. His is to get hit a lot and not go down. Get the
That's
difference straight.
true. That's true. That's true.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, I've only got like two more ability score increases until my Constitution is maxed. So then I can just start pumping everything into Dex and make my armor class higher as well.
Mm.
We
Wee.
I need to take a look. I actually need to take a look and see if I got some interesting feats that I can take up as well.
take a look and see you belong to me. Sorry. So
Don't be.
Nice.
I thought it was pretty fitting. Okay. So where the hell am I?
It wasn't.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm just reading something.
No
You okay?
worries.
I mean, well, yeah, you guys can kind of dictate what happens now anyway. You're at this holding moment. Steve, thanks for lurking.
Well, what do you propose we do now?
Well, if I was to be quite
I think
honest
you
with
should
you,
all go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
Why is he here?
well, it's funny that you mentioned I should fuck myself because I was planning to later.
This is actually a good point to bring up. What exactly do we do with him? We can't have him running back to Kuvok and letting him know that he's got people on his tail.
Oh, no
I-
worries. I've already taken that into consideration. Like, the fact that he's still breathing is purely just so he can answer our questions for us.
Listen,
Well?
I understand how the rest of you like to operate with this sort of thing, but wouldn't it be better to leave him as a prisoner with these ones and let them figure out what to do with them?
I think we all know what they're gonna do with him.
I
Well,
think
I
you know
think-
exactly what I'm going to do with them, traitorous bastard. Just
Yeah.
because I used to be under your thumb, Vaz, doesn't mean anything. You were weak. Kuvok is strong. This encampment wasn't even taken over. You simply chose to side with that creature. He is an honorable warrior, better than anything I've ever seen. You are pathetic. I vote, since we caught him in my encampment, you hand him over to me. I promise we'll keep him breathing, just barely.
I propose you give him to us. You give us a few days, or not a few days, a wee while to think about it. We can use him to take over the next encampment, and then you can have the resources from that camp. Everyone wins.
Are you saying you're promising me reign over the glory of the Orc army should Kuvok fall?
No. I'm promising you the resources from this next camp. From
He-
what happens after the downfall of Kuvak, well, I don't much care. The way I see it, all the orc armies that are going to want their fair share. They need a big, strong leader to go up, then that's up to you. Not my business.
Then you're talking about the wrong person. Quiet, you! Very well. Consider me, and he kind of like crosses his arms and leans against the side of the wall. Call me interested. And in exchange for our little arrangement, you may keep him, and I will also give you a bit of advice. If you were to take on an army of orcs that is ever growing, the 5 of you might not be much of a match for them. Neither might just me and my people. I advise you seek out the pure-hearted druids. They're about a day's journey east of here. They're quite noble in their intentions, quite sickening if you ask me. However, they understand these woods better than anyone else. If you do something for them, they might be so inclined to help you in your battle.
We can think
We'd use
about
an
it.
army.
We could, however, our main allegiance does require us to head west, and any more journeying, well, that's both. It's going to allow Kuvak to grow his army, and for our main purpose to lose its scent. I don't like the idea of spending more time on this than we need to.
Well, at the very least, if we can keep at least one of the possessions that the Black Circle requires out of their hands, we can figure out what to do from there.
So what do you propose? Because at the moment we haven't got any.
Well, I
Well-
suppose we go. I suggest we go get the red stone now.
I usually don't
not
agree
a
with the
bad
big
idea.
one, but I agree with that. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh hell, you're not dragging me across all this damn continent just for you to grab some kind of glowing rock.
I look at Voz. For 50 gold pieces, you can keep him.
You're giving him 50. Okay, you know what? Not my money.
No, I said he can buy him
No.
from us for 50 gold pieces.
No, he's just gonna kill him.
Yes, exactly. For 50 gold pieces, that's a fair trade.
Oh,
we could
okay.
still
you're...
we could still use him later if we come
I
back
think-
for him at some point before we go on to the next encampment.
Put it this way: if we can save a day's journey of gathering an army, if we come up with a plan using this dude, and that'll save a day's journey, it would be worth it. Rather,
We've already
than just
got,
killing
like-
this guy now.
We've got the map marked out. He's already told us, like, that all we need to do is keep an eye out for, like, when rotations are happening. The best
We've
course
already
of
got the Knights
action.
of Justice on that.
Yeah, and the best course of action that I personally think would be to get this pretty gem that you guys are so worked up about. We head to the druids, do them a little favor whilst we got the gem in our possession. And then we deal with Korvac. Or Kuvak. I don't fucking care what his name is. He's
It's
an orc.
Kuvak.
He's big, he's green, and he's a bastard, okay? Just like this little fucker here, this bitch.
Hey, watch
I'll
what you
slap him on the
say
back of the
about us being green.
That's at the very least 3 days, though. I
3
do
days.
agree. I do agree. We do need to get that there gem. But if you think, if I believe it's a day to wherever the gem is, right? Then it would be a
We're
day
still
to
not
get
even sure of its exact location.
No, exactly. So say even if it was a day at the minimum to get to there, it would be another day to get back here, and then another day to head east again over to where the druids are. That is a minimum of 3 days. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
It's going
I'm
to take
fine.
time no matter what we do.
Yeah,
All
but
can
I
say-
reckon the most time essence thing is, as you said, is the ruby, and I do agree with that. But I just think that we from here, then we would have to go a day east to get to the druids, and then a day west to get back to here. That's another 2 days.
Yeah.
If we
of
can
course.
brew up a plan to be able to do this without going to the druids, it would be better. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, and I get that, but the big issue, the thing that, that we've already thankfully set up in this instance, is that you've already requested people to keep an eye on the camps. So, if they're going to start leaving and expanding, we'll get word of that.
That's one
True.
camp, though. That was one camp.
You gave
You wrote
him the
about
location
both.
of both camps.
No. We're sorry, your joysticks. You might not be aware of this. Before this, the camp that we were at last, I signaled to an army. Whenever we first, met up again,
Yeah.
we were there. We ordered the army to go to that camp, and then we came to this one. I've ordered them to come to this one, but again,
Oh, I thought you meant you was asking them to keep an eye on the
No.
2 actual outposts and such.
Yeah.
That's what I figured you was doing, because that would have been the option that I would have gone with.
wait,
Yeah.
what? What do you mean?
I thought
Like-
I thought you were telling the Knights of Justice where Kuvak's camps were.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
no,
you're,
I
keep
did
an eye
that.
on
I
them.
did that.
Yeah, so that
Um,
only works within the
I meant,
idea
okay,
of...
I thought you meant guarding the. Sorry, I thought you
No,
meant guarding
no.
that.
We don't
camp.
need we don't need the Knights of Justice to guard these guys. The orcs probably don't want Knights of Justice.
No,
here
I meant
anyway.
Oh,
the
hell
last
no.
camp, the last
no,
village
like-
that we were at. Sorry, I meant.
That place is already decimated. I don't think there's really anything that
Well,
the Knights
they're-
can do at that point.
He means the one that we were at previously,
that we
when
were
we
at
met up
Oh,
again.
that one.
They're already
Gotcha.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
they
already
were-
So,
there.
my
Yeah, they're
plan
there.
that I've got in mind already keeps in mind the fact that you sent off a letter letting them know where the 2 outposts are for Kuvak.
Mhm,
We'll be kept in the know of what he's doing, what's
mhm.
going in, what's coming out if need be. Which means that even if it does take a little bit longer to go get the gem, go recruit the druids, we will already be in the know as is. So even if it does take us like a time as we're traveling to then work up some kind of idea, we will still be relatively in the know for a period of time where it's like, hey, yeah, we've still got pretty fresh intel.
Well, let me do this. I'm going to ask. I'm gonna actually go ahead. I'm gonna ask. Fucking Voz.
Commander
Yeah,
Vaz, yeah.
I'm gonna ask Voz. What do you have in mind that the druids could provide to us? Like, what exactly?
They have knowledge about the woods, like I said, more than anyone else in this area. They would be able to tell you the paths the orcs take, probably have seen them themselves. Plus, they're magical, so I'm sure they could give you some kind of assault benefit, should you choose to attack somewhere.
See, all that's gonna do, like, we already have knowledge of. Well, if we have them scouting the places, then we don't need to know their paths. Do you know what I mean? So long as we know like the coming and goings of each camp.
Well, here's the
actual
thing.
brute force that could be helpful, but if
We definitely need the brute force, but also I want to point out that like while we have the Knights of Justice like watching this sort of stuff, they're not going to be able to catch everything.
well, the main thing is just like like patrols going to and from the camp. And like I'm sure they'll be able to catch that, and that's the main things. Like if we're able to catch them at a low time where it's less defended, we don't really need that many people.
Well, here's what I'm thinking though. Like
I'm just trying
no matter
to, like,
which
equalize things.
no matter which way we look at it, we're going to need help fighting these camps. So
Right.
I do think obviously first things first, we need to go get the redstone. And then from there, we can decide what to do. Because we don't even know how long it's going to take to get this said redstone. So why don't we do that first, and then, well, okay, but in that case, we need to figure out what to do with this guy then.
I would also like to point out before we go ahead and do that, and just in case it slipped anyone's mind, but whilst it's going to take us like a day or so to like get to and from thingy, like if we were to go get the gem and if we were to find it like within the first day of us being there and then head back, the rules of like how long it takes to get places will also apply to them.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to decide this.
Oh, of course, but
No,
like
I
it's
know,
also,
but
but
it
it's like it's such a small thing to like overlook. But like if it's gonna take us like 3 days total to like go for like a full lap to then like get to a point where we're ready to go do that, like that 3 days could have easily caused like something as simple as they've moved out to try and go somewhere else and they've left their places barely defended.
That's what this guy's saying. Like, they don't really move.
Oh no, they might not move, but they're invading
They're gonna
forces that
grow.
are coming in and
Yeah.
camps will
See,
be
that's what I'm
going and
saying.
coming.
Yeah,
So like
that's what
giving
I'm
them
saying.
time
That's
to
why
do that
they
would be good.
wait.
Ooh,
That's why I
decisions.
But that's the thing, right? This is one of those cases where we have to think about what is like the greater good thing to do. Because I don't think we could fight like their invading forces. Like we got lucky with like the lieutenant's forces and stuff like that. But if we're fighting an invading force that Kuvak himself is leading, I'm like pretty certain we're gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to get the Knights Justice involved since Bjorn and Vizslu's here.
That being said, I mean, either way, we're gonna have to leave Kuvak to his devices for a bit, anyways. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, like I think we're all in agreement that the red gem, the power gem, is what we need next, right? Like that's just across the board. That's a must. It's just where we go from that.
Yeah, and how about we decide that when we get there?
Yeah, I think that's the best course of action. We'll
Gives
go
us
to the
plenty of
red
time to
gem
think.
now. Yeah.
Now,
whilst we're doing that though, we will leave this prick in Voz's care because he said he's going to keep him alive just barely, and just barely is enough for me.
We are able to come up with a tactical plan of like being able to get in. Hopefully, we don't need as many men. Do you know what I mean? And we'd skip the journey to the druids.
Oh, of course,
If
but
we
like
can.
even
If
we can, that would be helpful.
Of course. Well, how about this, right? If we get to the red gem, okay, and the Knights of Justice give us a heads up on how many people are actually there, and we can gather more information about the camp before going there, then maybe we'll have a better idea of if we could or can't do it.
Of course,
Make
but you got to
sense?
take into consideration the day or two that it will take us to travel there.
But we'll not go there because they'll be able to communicate via owl.
Right.
Yeah, but like if we were to get the information and then the information benefits us,
Right.
us traveling to there to then get it whilst it's under like our prime conditions.
But we'll not be
might
traveling
be-
there. They'll probably, hopefully, get back to us by the time while we're off doing the red gem thing.
Yeah, and that's fine. But like if we're to take the camp to then get rid of Kuvak, like would we not need to travel to the camp?
Well, yeah.
So
But yeah,
then if we
eventually,
get the
but like that-
information,
yeah,
that
but
information might be out of date. That's all I'm saying.
no. Hopefully, they'll be like. The way I thought about it would be a back and forth thing. So it's like
Of
it's an
course.
up. They'll keep us updated. Do you know what I mean?
Of course,
I mean,
but
that's
So-
just
doesn't-
the, that's just the thing you kind of risk with this sort of stuff. Like, we don't
Yeah.
have instant communication, so we just have to work off of whatever information we're given.
Yeah, like if
'Cause
we can get like unlocked, sort of, even if they can tell us, say, for an example, during the average day, there's about 10 heavily armored guards there. 8 o'clock at night, 3 go out for training. It's less armored during this hour in the evening. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be
course.
Yeah.
fairly regular. If they're working on like an actual, time basis,
Of
then that's
course.
going to be better. It might be, it'll not be updated, but we can work off a schedule if they're working off a schedule. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
And it means we can head directly to their camp instead of going to the druids next. Do you know what I mean?
Of
I
course.
still
Because
don't think. I still don't think we could take on a camp without him.
if we
Their
if
magical
we come up
advantages
with a
would help
plan,
us.
we could.
All right, if you're confident.
All I'm saying is if we can take out not even the encampment, I would say if we hit the hideout, it would be better. If we
Hideout's,
hit
the hideout's still gonna have a lot of them.
Yeah,
It's
they're
gonna
both
have
heavily
less, though.
fortified. I think the hideout is actually more fortified than the encampment because the encampment's mostly like a barracks, but the hideout is where they do all the planning and such.
Well,
Which
if you
means
think
that
a
if they've got a
barracks
treasury
is
and
where
such,
all the stuff is.
like if
Like,
I was
that's where the
to,
troops are.
if all the troops were at the barracks, which would be the encampment, that's like in the middle of that field where they do like all their main training and such.
Right.
That will be like heavily fortified in terms of numbers, not in terms of structural defenses. But the hideout itself was described to be fortified with metal and such, and that's where all their heavy planning would go. Which means that a lot of their resources and such, which would be like including like stuff like gold, silver, copper, like currencies, maybe
Right.
some more special weapons that they don't want being at the encampment and such would all be there. Which means that while the encampment would have more people there, the hideout would be better defended just in case of an attack because there's more valuable stuff in there waiting.
So
Yeah.
you would say that the value would maybe increase it. Well, put it this way, right? We won't know for certain until we get word back from scouts.
Yeah.
Do you
Of
know what I
course.
mean? So
Yeah.
if
no, I
we,
agree.
I think at the moment the best thing we can do is wait for the scouts, and they'll get us more information. If
Okay.
if there's too many people, by all means we'll head to the druids. If the scouts can find some other way for us to get in, or we can get a better plan, so that we can, that means we don't have to waste a day heading to the druids. Then if we could save a day, then we'll do it. Do you know what I mean? But I think we are just going to have to wait.
I will say one thing
Either way,
actually. Yeah, I will say one thing before we do head off because I am just in agreement that at this point in time we will focus on getting the gem.
Mhm.
The hideout is on the east. It's by the mountainside, like the mountain range as described, which
Right.
means that journey of that one day,
It's actually not that bad if they're both
heading
up
towards the
and down.
druid, it would be like a pit stop between us and them kind of thing in my eyes.
Good point.
Okay, can you
Because-
run that by me? I didn't actually pick up on that they were both to the east. That's my bad.
That is correct. That is correct.
So like
Obviously they're probably like a little dispersed from one another. It's not like you
Of
walk
course.
to one and then you walk directly to the next one, but they're in the
It's-
same direction.
Like-
it's less than a day between each other though, is what the general rule of thumb is. That
You could
right?
assume so, yeah.
Like,
Okay,
so
then that's
in
fine.
my mind, it would be we'd go south, get the gem, and we could easily just head straight to the druids and then like that location itself would put us in a prime opportunity of
Oh,
then
okay.
being able to cross paths with them anyway.
Yep.
So we wouldn't really be
Okay,
wasting
yeah,
more
you're
time
not-
doing that.
You're not. Yeah, no,
Yes.
you're right. That's
I love how
that's-
hard
um,
you're thinking
King.
about this.
Oh, like when
Yeah.
it comes to D&D, like, did you not remember the last campaign where we spent God knows how long trying to figure out how much rope we had to get down a hole?
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
I remember
enjoying.
that.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying
But
it.
like,
King.
no, that's fair. Okay, then that's my bad. I didn't pick up on the fact that we're both to the east. That's
No worries,
my
big
bad.
man.
So no, that's okay. No, I agree with you guys. Then it would
Okay.
probably be best going to the druids then.
Let's
But
do
of
that.
course, we're
After
going
the
to
gym.
Yeah.
King,
After the gym.
Yes,
I
you're asking
don't.
me.
I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get to that point, but since Oatmeal has like continuously been super busy and he's probably not going to be back for a little bit.
He told me 24th, so yeah.
24th.
Of
Yeah,
assuming
May.
May 24th. So
I can almost guarantee we'll probably be fighting that encampment by then. Can you make sure to get an updated character sheet from him so that way when when you're playing Asher with us, we're going in full guns blazing.
yeah, I'm gonna ask him about it.
Brilliant. Legend.
Awesome.
Yeah, just let him know that like
Appreciate it.
we're all level 8 now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I plan on telling them both that.
We'll probably be level 10 by the 24th.
We may be.
Well, it depends. You guys have been level early on. You guys were like leveling up almost every session, and now you've been level 7 for quite some time. So
Yeah, we've been level
Yeah.
7 for like a good few sessions now.
Yeah.
We've been having like small encounters here and there, so that makes sense.
I like the small encounters. It gives us more time to roleplay, you know?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll start making our way to the Ruby then.
Alright, sounds good.
it's just a stone. It's not a ruby. There's a difference, but okay.
And a redstone Ruby.
Whatever.
We'll leave Gorvan with Voz here.
You're
really
really
he'll
just
keep it
gonna
alive.
leave me with this creature? Oh, don't worry. You'll be around when they see you again. Maybe not all of you.
Hmm.
I
Also,
like the cut of your jib, big man.
as you guys start to head out, Vaz stops you. Wait! And he picks up Gorvan's axe and he throws it to you, Bjorn. You might want this.
Ooh.
It's a plus 1 great axe. So even if you didn't want even if it's not like usable, you can sell it for a lot. So
Fuck yeah, I'll sell a +1 great axe. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time with us. We know that outsiders are not to be mostly trusted in your culture.
indeed, well, let it be that should I hear of Kuvok's downfall and never have to see you again, then we'll be the best of friends. He kind of just says, like, half-assedly.
Will be the best of assets.
Yeah, the
Take
best.
care, Commander.
And you as well. May Ordeus give you strength. And then he drags his prisoner by a broken hand. Ow, 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 ow. As he, like, takes him away and everything. So, and then all of you begin to set out.
Heads out. Let's go!
Yeah, we're just gonna see you guys all fell off of that without taking damage. So,
Woo!
So,
I do like
I gotta
that.
say, it's really weird. So I've got like 2 character sheets going for Bjorn because I have Path of the Wild Soul and D&D Beyond doesn't have that. For whatever reason, even though my stats are all the same, I have 118 HP on my phone, but only 93 on my D&D Beyond.
then
Could
something's
be
been
different
hit.
stuff being taken into account, yeah.
Maybe. I wonder. Whatever.
Like, there's
I don't
always
know.
very something small that could always impact it.
Hmm.
Whatever. I don't care.
Is the rolling right? Like remember it was Kieran's
Could
thing?
be. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you gotta make
I mean,
sure all your
it's-
settings are correct.
Yeah,
you know?
I switched from fixed to rolled back to fixed again, and my health jumped from like what 60 up to like 89.
80, yeah,
Oh,
it went
when-
from like 60 something to 80 something. Yeah.
Nah, hit point side is fixed, so I'm good.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Strange.
That's still weird. Then something's been applied, or maybe you have like a number put in differently. I don't know.
Who
I'm
knows?
looking at it
Could be
now,
anything.
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh,
at
well.
it now. I don't.
It could be anything.
All right, King, give us that time lapse.
Fuck.
We're time lapsing.
Harmonica.
Okay.
South Park transition music.
God.
I gotta skip that. I'm scrolling through my notes as I'm doing this, so we're being productive. So you
Fucking
guys are
incredible.
heading south in search of the red gems or the red stone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so never mind. I'm not even going to tell you that. We'll just
All right, here we go. Transition sound.
Oh, there you go.
No,
Alright.
Sure. So
We are
you guys
now
travel.
southern.
You guys travel. It's gonna take a good day. There's no point in describing you traveling right now because, like, you walk through the fucking forest, you walk through a clearing, you walk across a lake, you walk through the forest
There's more
again.
forest.
Yeah, stand over here, stand over there, eat some grass, walk back over here. That's Madagascar.
Mhm.
Metal bird, plummet.
Metal bird plummet. Yes. Hang on. I got a message to her or something real quick. I have her attention for a moment. I was talking to her while you guys were discussing your plan. So,
a very, very useless plan.
little do they know,
love
I'm
it.
just gonna rig it so they get fucked no matter what.
Just play boss music at a different point. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you spend so long doing this. While you're traveling, you see a nuclear explosion from the other side of the mountain. The world.
God damn it, Jace.
failed.
What did you do?
Hmm.
Bomb.
All right. So, you guys eventually. Well, where are you guys going? You gotta tell me where you're going. You're going south.
Well, we are
What's
heading
south?
south.
I believe the town we
you-
were heading to was Udra.
He remembered.
Borders.
Okay, I was testing you.
Yeah, I didn't fucking write it down.
I
write
lost
down
my
as
notes
much as I
from that
can.
week.
Sorry, I'm
Silly
double
goose.
checking. So, okay, so you're going to Udra. So, hang on, I gotta pull up the atlas here, double check that I know
Does
where you're
anybody
going.
remember why, like, who gave us the name Udra and why are we heading here? I know we're heading here for the gem, but who was it that told us that and why would it be here?
It was. So we got the
Mizar?
information that where we were going would be down south. I think it was Mizar who told us that it would be Udra that we'd probably find it in. All Mac did was gave us some some more info about what this gem potentially could be, but he was still unsure.
Okay. Watch him be wrong.
So the gem you're looking for is actually not this. What you found instead was the red glitter belly of the dragon's nut.
Christoph already found it, and he just took a shit and left that for you, so.
He painted it red just for funnies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hardened, so Asher thinks it is the stone.
It's like, wow, we
Well-
can use this and sell it for money.
I could kiss it, it's so cool looking.
Christoph needs to get more fiber in him. Holy shit.
All right, so, yeah, it takes about a day's journey of you guys traveling. Are we traveling through the night to get there quicker?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or would you
probably.
rather rest?
Seems.
I would rather
Seems
rest
like-
after that encampment.
I was gonna say, yeah, resting is
Okay.
probably in our best interest.
Let us rest.
Let us pray for your
I really hang on.
That's because you
How
take
much-
no damage. You don't need to rest, okay?
How much
TBH, I
HP
didn't
are we
actually
all
take
in?
any damage there, so I didn't even have to.
Hang on,
fucking-
no,
Okay,
real.
it's
How much HP is Asher and Rizzler on?
Asher's okay. Rizzler's not great, so he's like,
Maybe we
on
keep
30.
going.
I mean,
What do we think? Because
if Giraffe was
basically
here,
we
he'd do whatever you guys do, but he'd probably want to rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we would
Not-
rest.
Otherwise, he'd
God.
have to hang back in combat.
'Cause-
So
Here's the other thing too. If we travel through the night, we do gain levels of exhaustion, and
Yes.
at level
Oh,
1.
well, hang on. Actually, for the record, I'm changing the rules because I don't like the exhaustion rules. I'm changing them to
Oh.
another version I heard. So instead of 6, there's 10. And each level of exhaustion, because once you get 2 levels of exhaustion, you're just fucked. So,
Yeah.
so you just get a -1 to D20 rolls per level. But then if you get level 10, you die. So
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm still
if
gonna
you
rest
take,
anyway.
if you take, I'm just saying, if you take a level of exhaustion, just whenever you roll a d20, it applies a -1 to that. So,
Okay.
I mean, that affects
How about-
everything, but it's only a -1. But then if you keep going, it gets worse. So,
Okay.
How about
Okay,
this?
fine.
What if we take a short rest? Will you still give us exhaustion through the night?
yes, it will still give you exhaustion.
You'll
Yeah,
still give
Because a
us-
short rest is
The short
30 minutes. That's like sitting down and relaxing. So you get some health back, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. All right. Fine. We'll long rest.
Okay.
Snoozing.
So you get there in about, a day and a third then. Because if you long rest, you all heal up, you get all your abilities back. Wonderful. But it means forces. And I always just say this as, keep in the back of your mind that just because I'm not giving you a timeline doesn't mean time isn't passing and the various people you need to worry about aren't doing things in those days. So, I have
which is what we talked about.
I have a record of what will happen in what amount of
going.
time and, what happens
Yeah.
as a result of where you go and shit. So I always just, I have the right to reserve when that happens and shit. So quit playing the harmonica.
I found it in my desk the other day, and I've just been like every now and then I go.
Ho.
I don't. Man, I don't know. I don't like this time. The time, bro.
Time gets me stressed, but you know what? As long as we get to places before Christoph does, I'm happy.
By the way, Kieran,
Yes.
tell me a joke.
My sex life.
God damn it. Oh my god.
Thanks, I hate
forgot.
it.
I was told yesterday that this was added to Discord, and I love it.
You're a dick. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. But yeah, no, I get really stressed about the time passing now. Now that I know that we have literally no cards against Kristoff, this is worrying me.
Yeah,
Well,
which is why we just
That's
gotta
just
get the
kind of
gem.
what we got to do.
What a
Yeah.
jewel. The rock.
The rock.
Right.
Wait, the
Right,
rock.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've rested. Let's keep going.
Yep. As you keep
Absolutely.
going, King is going to stall as he sets this up properly because he didn't have a backdrop for this one. And
This is okay.
Duncan delays everyone by an hour because he's busy looking at bugs.
He's tying his shoelaces.
Oh, are we back to Duncan now?
yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank God.
You guys have barely even seen Gabe, so
I don't
Yeah,
want
this
to
is the
see
first
any
this is the
noise.
longest interaction we've had with Gabriel, and Bjorn isn't even entirely certain it was him.
No, I like to think that we know now because of the eyes, right? Now that Alex has told us.
That's a good
You
Bjorn-
guys haven't checked.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't check. Bjorn didn't really check. He's just like, oh man, Max seems angry today.
I imagine whenever he looked at me and told me he'd got me get them like a fish, I think Vicindy copped on a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, now that would make sense. Yeah, it's like, huh. Duncan doesn't like the idea of gutting. And Max doesn't seem the kind of guy who would gut a fish if let someone else do it.
Hang on. Okay, fine then. I'll ask King for this. Do we know now by the color of the eyes? Because I'm pretty sure Macintosh explained it.
He told
Yeah,
you
he
don't
did.
know which color's who, but you can tell if he wakes up each day and they're a
Oh.
different color, then obviously he's a different person.
Alright, cool beans.
Past a certain point, we'll be able to tell which is which.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
say
sure you will.
it's alright to assume now.
No, I agree.
Just don't assume too much or you make an ass out of you and me.
The last thing
I'm
you
just
want to
gonna
do.
keep looking at the bottom left on roll 20.
The last thing you want to do in this game is assume anything.
No, that's true.
Yeah, do me a
have a
favor and
friend-
assume you're never safe.
Assume
That's
the
a good,
best,
actually that's a
the
good
worst.
assumption. That's the only good assumption you can make is that you're never safe.
King will always ensure that you are just never safe.
You want
like
peace,
it.
prepare for war.
Okay, so eventually, because I stalled long enough, you guys make it to this town. What was the name again? I forgot where I wrote it down.
Udra.
Udra, that's right. Oh, there it is. I found it in the notes.
It's like that Pokemon Goodra, but there's no goo. It's just ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, because it makes you go, ooh.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a very nice town, so it's like ooh.
Yeah, so
not
you arrive in
ooh.
Udra, and as you walk in, you notice all the stone towers, the wells with fresh water. There not too many people on the streets today, but the occasional passerbys. A blacksmith is hard at work. You notice a few marketing stands selling some various exotic-looking food. a little kid and an elderly grandmother, likely who that is, feeding some birds in the street. It's pretty quiet, but the town is happening.
Well, we may be here for a little bit. We're still trying to figure out how we even find Kristoff's contact. I'm gonna head over to the blacksmith, see if he knows anything about the red power stone.
I might follow you actually. I've got I've got this new club on me, but it doesn't look as good as my one, so I might sell it.
I'll head to the temple. Hey, it's been the party. Let's go.
I'm gonna go masturbate. Yeah. Okay. That's where Asher's going.
Surprise.
Rizzler's just gonna hold on to Bjorn's back and go with you guys. So
I'm his all on his own. All right, fair enough.
I'm fine with whatever, guys. Okay, so you guys are gonna head over to the blacksmith, the three of you.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, it's just a very big human guy. He's pretty muscular. He looks, middle-aged. You see some wrinkles in his face. Big black beard, kind of curly, and he is currently pounding away at a burning sword.
Big ups, big man.
He hasn't noticed you.
Oh, greetings, Mr. Blacksmith.
Oh, and he notices how big you are. Hello there. Welcome. How can I help you today?
Well, we have a couple things. First things first, we'll take care of business before I have some personal questions, and I'll kind of hold out this the +1 great axe that the commander had given me. How much would you take for something like this?
It's a good question. Let me Google it.
We check eBay. You're supposed to ask them before they do that to put them on the spot, and then whenever they look it up, they'll realize if they're more or less.
Well, let's see here. Great axe, quite powerful. I would say I'd give you a solid 400 gold for it.
400. That's considering that it is magically enhanced, right?
Yes. Oh, if it was regular, you'd get about like 50.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right then. And Duncan, you also had something to sell, did you not?
Yes, I wanted to sell this club that I got here.
That's a +1 club too, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he hands out the gold to you, Bjorn, and he takes your axe. This will do me good. And then he looks at your club. I see. Well, it is only a club, so even though it is enhanced, it's not worth that much. I could give you 200 gold for it.
200. Wow. That's more than I was anticipating. I'll happily take that. Thank you.
Very well. And he gets like a little sack with some gold together and gives that to you. And takes your club.
Wow. 200 gold. That's crazy.
He's so amazed by it, even though his other self is like a bounty hunter.
Right, yeah. Well then, on to more personal matters. Me and my friends here have actually been traveling here in search of this empowered floating red stone that we've heard so much about that might be here in the city. Do you know anything about it?
I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. If anything, you would be better off talking to the town mayor. He's the only one who really knows of the going-ons around here. He likes to keep the rest of us in ignorant bliss, if you will, but, if you find a glowing red stone, I'd gladly buy it off of your hands.
I see. Well, where can we find this mayor?
He points to it's actually one of the smallest buildings in the town, but it's like very long, wooden. You can see a chunk of it through like down an alleyway. That brown roofed building right about there. The mayor is there. Hopefully he's home. If not, you'll see him in the streets.
I see. Any distinguishing features we should look out for in case?
Fat dick. I'm just kidding. He's a little smaller than me. Giant fluffy brown mustache, if that helps.
Oh, yes, that does quite stick out. Well, thank you for the information, and thank you also for taking our weapons off our hands. You have yourself a wonderful day.
I appreciate the business. To you as well.
All right. And we will head off in the direction of the mayor's house, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, we'll go on our merry way.
All right. There there is a temple. It's a holy site. It's not apparently in like for any god specifically. You can just kind of go there for comfort. So Vizindi, you're gonna go inside, I assume.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll
It's like a church,
go
you know.
there.
So.
Okay, cool. So really, I'm just gonna sit down, just sort of think about, the hurt that, Kristoff has put on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to recite an oath.
It's that shit he wrote down earlier.
Nope,
Oh.
it isn't. It's literally just fitting it in for the roleplay because I leveled up my paladin, so now I have my oath.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Let's
Gotcha.
go.
So
fucks with
yeah,
that.
yeah. Now I have
Oath
my
of overpowered. Go ahead.
Oath of Vengeance. I'm not gonna recite it the whole thing because I think I have to open the page on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me get it through the thing. But the point is, Oath of Vengeance. Cool shit. Cool.
Give us
Okay.
the clip notes. Yeah.
So let me see. What is it? Oath of Vengeance.
It's free real
I
estate.
have a thing. Let me see. Oath of Vengeance. It looks like we filled. Oh, hang on a minute. Why isn't it? No. Oath of Vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance.
And
That sounds like a pretty
HP.
awesome metal song.
I know, right?
What's
Excuse me.
Alright,
Death
so-
Domain does too.
Yeah, to me, that
Does,
sounds really cool.
doesn't it? So yeah. So essentially I'm vowing to fight the Black Circle and, absolutely zero mercy for the wicked, and I will achieve this goal by any means necessary. I'm not going to sugarcoat it too much.
Okay.
I didn't prep anything for this. I just figured I wanted to go to the temple for that level up because it suited.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you level up to level 8. Let's see.
Now I do.
Yeah. You create your oath and you feel that the power bestowed upon you through your holy oath is more solidified in your being. You feel you have better control over it. You feel reassured with it.
Sick.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
It's a really dry segment of roleplay that I didn't think too much about.
It's fine. I just want to be sure you're getting out of it all you want.
I'll
so.
sort of sit down. Actually, no, I will. I'll seek guidance in regards to my objective. Just sort of recite again the details of why I'm searching for this person and ask, just to myself, to my higher being. If he could seek me any clairvoyance in the subject.
Oh,
I'm asking for guidance.
okay.
God, we need you to
Yes,
step in, God.
God,
Well,
give me guidance.
okay. So, I'm trying to think about this. So, your deity is specifically the Supreme Being, I know.
Right.
He's not one to, specifically talk to you, as you kind of
No,
know.
of
When
course.
you made that oath, you know that although he is watching over you, he is not inclined to really do anything because he doesn't wish to influence the world.
Yeah, it's like signs and stuff. Like I remember last time it was like a bird and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, it's like little things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there any even if like a pastor or something were to come up to me or something and mention something, I don't mind. I'm looking for some.
Well,
sort
now
of
I can't
sign.
do that because you just said that.
That's
So
what- no, I'm giving
Nah.
examples, but that's what.
because now it just sounds like I'm
Is that
taking
what
your
you were
idea.
about
So
to do?
no, well earlier, but then I'm like, no, that's too basic. I got to do something else. So I was thinking about. I just poking fun at the fact that you're giving me an example that like I literally can't use now because now it sounds so contrived. So, no, it takes a moment because these signs are a bit difficult to find or even realize, and sometimes you think you might just kind of guess what you're being shown. But seeking guidance on your quest to stop these ne'er-do-wells, you look out and you see. What's this up with this mug? Oh, it's an engraving. You see some kids outside. You see out the window and they're playing, and there's one kid in black, and he pushes over a smaller kid, and the smaller kid gets sad, And then you see, and the kid dressed in black kind of laughs at him. And your heart kind of goes out to the little kid who can't defend himself. Well, eventually, another big kid comes up and kind of tells off the kid in black and like kind of pushes him away and takes care of the little kid. And you can do with that knowledge as you will.
All right. Okay.
Did everybody get it? Why the kid was wearing black? Huh?
Oh my god, it's like a subtle reference to the fact that, like, this is based on JoJo.
No, but okay. This isn't based on JoJo.
You're such a good writer.
Is there a pastor or a minister or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a couple of holy figures in there. There's an elderly man in white gold robing. He's like, he has like a chalice in his hand that he's like and there's some smoke coming off of it. You can assume he's like purifying.
I suppose in this universe I would probably refer to them as like cleric or something instead of like father or minister.
Yeah, you wouldn't say
like
father
bishop
necessarily.
or
You could say minister.
you Minister, right?
Just real quick.
Okay.
Daddy.
All right. Excuse me, minister. I'm just passing through on a venture. I was looking to see if you could find me any sort of guidance onto what it may be a holy artifact. It may just simply be magic. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain, but I was hoping you could shed some light on the situation for me.
Fear not, my child. It is a great service for me to be able to assist you in your time of need on your journey through this world. Give me your hand, and he holds out his like old small hands.
All right, I'll put my hands in his.
Okay, so he takes your hands. He kind of puts his thumbs over your like middle knuckles, and he closes his eyes. Great being, watching over us, help this young man to find what he seeks. For his heart stretches out, and though it is under the veil of some darkness, I can tell he is pure. He seeks to do right in your world. So aid him in doing that, to continue the lineage of your children. And you're just kind of standing there staring at him, a little uncomfortable that this old guy's holding your hands, but...
I would say Vicendi's probably used to it at this stage.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, you're a bit new to the paladin-esque thing, so,
I suppose.
But yeah, after a little while, he looks at you and... Whatever you seek, this artifact, I can assure you it is in this town. It is nearby, in the hands of one that you should seek to take it from. They are, pardon my foul talk, but a slimy individual. Someone you could predict would likely have something they shouldn't in their possession. I hope that is of some knowledge to you.
Do you know, is the gem in their possession at the moment, at this time?
I can sense that... I can sense an urgency. An unnervingness in the heart of this person. So perhaps they do have it, and they seek to be rid of it very soon. You should act quickly.
Thank you, sir. Is there any sort of sign, any inclination to where in the city they are?
I'm afraid not, though I can tell you to trust your gut. The moment you know when to act, you should act. For your mind and your heart are closer, unlike most. You will know this person when you see them. It is only a matter of time.
Thank you, Minister. I must get going. Thank you. And
of course.
With that, I'll leave.
May the Supreme Being's light shine ever so brightly upon your path, he says as you kind of exit out.
I'll rush to find the others.
Okay. So moving over to the third party member. So currently, Asher, he's got full pants are off, like he's hot right now as he's whacking his meat.
Jesus fucking
he's
Christ.
well, I don't know what he'd do in his
Listen,
spare
man.
time, so he doesn't say
And
much.
you didn't want to like, and you didn't want to describe the sex scene from the first campaign.
Well, no, because that one was intentional. This is just a gag I'm doing to kill some time while Kieran's away. So
We went
That's
from
a good point.
talking to the bishop to beating the bishop in like 3 seconds. Holy shit!
I don't like plants. Anyways, just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna cut over to the 3 of you and Asher, who cleaned himself up, heading over there too. The 4 of you
God.
are heading
We
to
just
the
waited for him?
he doesn't last long. So you guys head to the mayor's house. It is a pretty long building. It's like almost like 2.5 lengths of any other building, but it's quite short. Unlike these more high-rise, multiple-story structures. The windows inside are almost like black glass. They're like stained over, so it's hard to see inside, but you can see warm lighting inside to illuminate. If you do so, enter through the front large wooden doors. You step inside, and there is he's standing up, but he's bent over on a desk, scurrying some things down on a parchment. He has glasses, some pointy elven ears, short dark hair, and he's like, "Oh, good heavens! Who are you? What do you want?"
We are traveling adventurers coming through, and we are looking for the mayor of this city.
Well, I am his noble associate. Anything you wish to say to the mayor, you can say to me, and I will run by him.
Right. Where is he here now, or?
What business do you have with the mayor? You could tell this guy is like really uncomfortable being around you.
See. We are traveling adventurers, and we are looking for an artifact that has been said to be in this city. It's some sort of empowered floating red stone.
We wouldn't have anything like that around here. That you speak of magic and stuff. We don't do that. No, go away. We don't want you. He's like trying to shoo you away.
All right.
would
Well,
say-
you
I'd like
already,
to roll
you already know what
insight.
it's about to be.
Yeah, insight
All
check.
right. Yeah,
You already know what it's about to
check.
be.
My guess.
17.
That's only an 8.
Joy6, you just think he's being rude. Duncan, you trying to insight into the guy. He's certainly nervous, but he's not lying to you. But he is like, it seems like he's withholding something also.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what's got you in such a rush to get rid of us? If you don't mind me asking, it's well, as humble travelers, we're purely just looking for, treasure, work, and adventures of the sorts.
He like calms down a bit and fixes his glasses. I apologize for my demeanor, but you see, the mayor is very quite busy, and unless you have something of excruciating importance, he cannot be bothered at this time. And frankly, we don't get too many of your kind, adventurers as you call yourselves, in our city. Or town, whatever. We are quite likely to just keep to ourselves and not let any of your strong physical demeanor kind come into our way. We like to keep to ourselves, if you understand that.
Even though I'm not here, we
You're making
this
your way.
sort of thing before. This exact same sort of situation. Somebody check under the table.
Major image.
A mayor image.
Stop.
Okay.
We understand. We've been in other cities before where they do not take kindly to ones who could pose some sort of a threat, but then I'll just kind of get closer and get a little bit quieter. If I may, if you do happen to know the location of this stone, or the mayor does, it would probably be in your best interest to let us know of that location. Well, let's just say someone very dangerous is looking for it.
There's a long pause as sweat just like beads down his face, like he is terrified of you. Mayor! And he runs off and slams a door, and you hear like murmuring on the other side, like arguing, and then he opens the door and like closes it. The mayor is right in there. He will speak to you now. Good day, and he takes off.
What a lovely guy.
Perhaps I came at that a little too strong.
I mean, yeah, you were kind of mean to him. That's why you're not allowed to have money. That's why I keep it. You know, it's probably your fangs because you're a vampire. They don't like talking to vampires.
These blasted things. I keep forgetting about them.
Yeah,
Bjorn has not looked in a miror
Yeah.
since the beginning of the campaign. He has no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Still.
It wouldn't matter. You don't show up in the mirror anyway because you're a vampire. So that's why I
No, he fixed that. Remember? He fixed that. Remember? That was the whole thing. I gave him money so he could fix the reflection part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gave that back to you. That's right. All right.
Wait,
at this,
did he give my money back to me?
No.
He's still
I
got
I
it.
didn't think so.
I think he let you spend it, and he spent it like
Yeah,
on you,
yeah, that's
but he
right.
didn't
He's
give
so
it back.
sure
That's what it was.
Yeah. He's like, I'll give you some money or what? Like he spotted you, but it was your money. Okay. Well, technically, I'm role playing him. I could give it back, but I don't have control over his funds. So
Nah, don't worry about it. I'll figure something out.
we'll say at this time, Vizindi, you're able to come back to the mayor's office. You make your way over there, assuming it's a place of importance, and you see everyone else there. So.
All right, cool. I'm gonna sort of, I guess, walk with haste, towards the others.
Okay.
I'm gonna sort of grab Bjorn by sort of the forearm, just sort of, not quite whisper, but talk under my breath. It's here.
It is here.
It's here. Word. Reliable information. It's here.
The magical in his gut or the religiousness in him tells him it's reliable.
I'll kind of look back at him and before kind of like going into the mayor's office. Did you see a smaller elven-looking man running out of here just before you got in here?
Did I, King?
Oh no, he ran back just into another area of the building. He's still. In the building.
I thought he left the building or something.
No,
like that.
he just wanted to get away from you because you're mean.
No, I'm afraid not. I believe Kristoff has it as well.
I think he already has it.
I do. I also believe
Wow.
he's still within the confines of the city. I doubt that you've made any real acquaintance with any sort of power of the city, so the chances of us putting the city on lock is, I guess, a bit of a stretch.
Well, at this stage, we have to at least hear what the mayor knows. If he is
And-
here, which seems odd, he did say that he was going to go off with the Black Circle to search for the other part of the ritual, but
Right. Any leads here?
well, not yet. We're just about to go talk to the mayor now, but there was a strange man in here just a second ago who seemed, well, awfully not happy about us being here. But let's go see what the mayor knows before pursuing anything any further.
All right.
Okay, so you guys head into the office of the mayor. There's some candles lighting the way. Behind the desk, in a formal robing, is a middle-aged humanoid individual. He has a big, thick, bushy brown beard, curled up at the ends. And as you all enter, he's like, "Ah, yes, you must be the adventurers. How can I help you?"
Well, to put it bluntly, I'm sure that your man outside has told you. We are looking for an artifact in this. We've heard it has been in the city called an empowered floating red stone. Do you know of it?
Oh, he just told me you came in here and made him pee himself, and he thought you were going to eat him or something, which I knew was nonsense, but anyways, enough of him.
I smell piss.
A red stone, you say? An empowered red stone? You mean like a gem or something like you would find in jewelry, or do you mean like a rock?
Can I roll perception on the room?
Sure.
While he's doing that, I will. Well, we didn't exactly get some full description of it, but it was called a stone as such, about palm-sized, is from what we understand it. And it seems to have a magical property of being able to float. Did you say it's like its property was floating on water, or like?
No,
floating in
it
the
kind of levitates. It doesn't touch anything.
air? Yeah.
But if you
But
touch
we
it,
would
it
know
zaps
if
you.
saw
Yeah.
it.
I only got a 3.
It's an office for a mayor. There you go. Books on shelves and his desk with papers on it. You don't notice any. Well, it's a 3, so you basically you're not even aware you're in a building right now. That's how bad you rolled.
Oh my god.
How'd I get in here? He ruffles his mustache a little, like shaking his lip. I can't say I recall seeing of such a thing. I would assure you if I came across such an incredible item, it would probably be locked up in a museum or something for people to look at. Why might you be needing such a bizarre item, and why would it be in my town?
Well, not that I want to put any of you into a sort of panic, but there are some dangerous individuals who are searching for the item. When I caught wind of its existence in southern Caldurum and potentially in the city itself, we started making our way here in hopes that we could find it.
I
Mayor.
see. Yes.
What is? I didn't catch your name. Can you tell me?
Mayor Rollo, if you will.
Mayor Rolla. Okay. All right.
The second,
See-
but I don't like to be related to my father, if I'm being honest.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Mayor, look. I'll cut to the chase. I think you're full of shit.
Excuse me?
I think that there's something else going on here. We've been sent here. I know it's here. The gem. It's an item of great power. And my friends here, they say that you're associate at the front. Clearly, something's not quite right there. I mean, unless he has irritable bowel syndrome, but I do doubt that.
What? You
think
mean
you're hiding
Jerry?
something.
Jerry is not the problem here. He is just quite frightened of your kind. We don't get adventurers like you in this town, and for good reason. You bring your glowing, floating whatchamacallits around here, and now you're telling me bad people are coming? How do I know you're not the bad people? Maybe you're full of shit.
Mayor,
He's gonna
maybe
roll
I am
insight.
full of
He's rolling
shit.
insight. He got a 5, so he can't tell, because he's a commoner.
I'm gonna put my hands on his desk, staring dead in the eye, and say,
Cindy.
"Maybe I am the bad people."
Are you actually? Please tell me you're not actually.
I am, but I'm not gonna actually threaten him. I'm just gonna sort of growl, staring at him.
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna grab Vicinity by the shoulder and pull
You
him
you
back.
hear his wooden chair like as he like inches back on it.
Hmm.
I'm very sorry for my
Again.
friends. But I would just like to say that, like, while I do understand your predicament of, the idea of maybe we are bringing you trouble, I can assure you that we are purely just here to help out where we can. And any information that you might have about anything like this, whether it's places where it might be potentially found or people who have also come into town looking for it as well, that would be as helpful as you can give us.
Look, I do not appreciate this one coming into my office and telling me I am full of it. I have told you what I've known, but if you want something, fine. If it'll make you go away, and he pulls out like a parchment. This is the documentation of any new people who have come into town within the past week. I am always updated on who comes in and out of here. If you want it, you are welcome to it to see if anybody or any names on there stand out.
I would like that, thank you. I'll of course return it to you as soon as I've given it a quick read over.
Please do so.
So I take it, and want me to roll investigation or perception to like read through it?
Investigation. You can already perceive it because you're holding it, so...
True. That's a 17.
Okay. So you can scan through it pretty quickly. I mean, it has like the names and like what the person is, like how old they are, that kind of stuff. Like, basics, but enough to understand who they are. I mean, there's no Black Circle member names on it, but they probably wouldn't use their real names anyway.
Oh, of course.
You don't see no orcs or anything. A few halflings, couple drow. A dragonborn. You notice a few humans and such. You don't really see anything that stands out to you specifically. You do notice there's like a gap for 2 days where nobody comes into town, like nobody new or anything. Not that that necessarily means anything, and then it just kind of continues. But it seems like every day, like a handful of people come in and out, and there's just that gap for some reason.
Excuse me, Mayor. There's a gap here where, well, for 2 days it seems that no one seems to come or go at all within the town. Is there a reason for that?
Well, yeah, because of the lockdown. Yes, fine.
Sorry?
Because of the lockdown, I was forced to issue a lockdown. We had reports of a very suspicious-looking individual in the town. No one was allowed to in or out for 2 days while we investigated the situation. Eventually, we located who we assumed was the individual, but it turns out it was just a child, and the child didn't know anything. If anything, he wanted to cry home to his mother. He lives in this town. Could you believe it? All that ruckus just for me to lock down the town. I am beside myself. He's like putting his like head in his hands. I am beside myself. The stress of this job is getting to me. The hairs of my mustache are falling out. Can you believe it?
What did the child look like?
I don't know. He was about this tall. He holds his hand like to the side of his desk, which is like, you know, like smaller than Rizzler. You know, I think he was a drow boy. He had the dark skin and the white hair, and I believe, not to be offensive or anything, but I believe that's what they look like. And he didn't really do anything wrong. It was just, he was seen, people thought they saw someone like that slinking around. I don't know, but then when we brought the child to the people who accused them, they said he was too small to be the person they were looking for.
Right.
Where was this child found? Where does he live?
And he looks through the papers. 47 East Street. Just, head out of my office, take a right, and it'll be about 4 or 5 houses down.
Is that close to where I saw the children playing earlier?
No. I had to think for a second. No, that's in a different spot.
Okay.
That was just a sign from your lord.
That's
so.
what I thought. That's what I thought, but I'm trying to keep my mind open.
Well, I suppose it's as good as a lead as we're probably going to get.
The only lead we have.
Again,
Well,
I apologize for any trouble that we've caused you, but thank you for being cooperative with us.
Just see to it that your business is done swiftly and smoothly so we don't have any more problems.
We
No,
will
we'll
do
be
our best.
out of your hands as quick as we
And
can.
we will be.
Yeah, don't worry. We don't even like this town. It kind of sucks. Asher says
Asher.
as he slams the door behind him, like leaving on his own.
Ugh.
I don't like these people. They don't like adventurers. Adventurers are the best. Like my dad, the orc. It seems kind of oatmeal-ish to say. So.
Where did... Do you reckon the guy, well, I'm gonna call him receptionist.
Jerry.
Jerry,
Do you think he was genuinely just scared of adventures, or do you think he had something else to hide?
I mean, Bjorn Bjorn would not have any fucking idea. He just sees it as being like incredibly scared of him. So I have no idea. I know from Kieran's role, he had said that
He was
telling the truth, but he was withholding some sort of information, which that might have been the lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could be worth like looking into at some point if we can't find anything else. I don't want to give you anything by role playing as one of your allies, but I still want him to contribute.
And
Yeah.
a kid caused a lockdown. We should have asked more about that. Did they say how the kid caused the lockdown?
Basically, he had said that there were reports of somebody suspicious sneaking around that looked like the kid, but then they caught the kid and realized that it wasn't actually anybody suspicious, it was just him, which kind of makes me wonder if somebody very similar looking to him might have been in town and was sneaking around.
Yeah.
So there's a drow that is smaller than a gnome. That doesn't match with any of the descriptions in any of the members we know of, does it?
Well, that's the thing, though, is the person who had the stone was supposed to be Kristoff's contact.
That's right. Would that match up with the description of? Well, I suppose I can't really do that. That's kind of
The other thing to keep in mind is they didn't the people who made the reports didn't say anything about a height or anything like that. In fact, the mayor himself said his height did not seem to the kid's height did not seem to match what the reports were given. So
But
more
if
than
somebody-
likely, it's just
somebody returned them and calling them a kid. They must still just be small anyway, right?
well, the person who was reported to be the the person who was reported, that might have just been a full adult that just had some similar features to the kid. I think that's
Like
what I'm
height.
getting at.
Yeah,
like
but
more
like,
visual
it would've-
features because they
Yeah.
literally said
Like
that
the hair.
yeah, because they literally said that the kid was not the right height, which means that whatever they did see was probably taller because the kid itself is
Yeah.
like what gnome like slightly taller than your gnome,
3
like
feet
more of your,
tall.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, around about like you know
Yeah.
just below your halfling sizes,
Right.
which means that if you're gonna get anything like big, like you're more likely to get something bigger than that because if you start going smaller than that, you're hitting gnome sizes and like fairies and such.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
we're
just
more
thinking,
than-
even then, if you're going to report somebody to the police and you're gonna say if it's a small person, they're gonna bring in a child or
that's
a
not-
or something.
But that's
though,
not
you
what
know?
they reported, though.
They reported his looks, like you know they were like, oh yeah, like you know,
But surely height would fall under that too, though, wouldn't they?
Well,
It would
if they
really
saw
depend.
his height,
You don't know the
Yeah.
full story, apparently.
yeah, from a distance we could be like.
Ask more.
yeah, it could be like, you know,
Because if somebody caught, like, if I'm thinking though, if somebody caught like the facial features of them, they would know the height. Do you know what I mean? And if the guards
maybe
came in and said, you know,
you can
like
you can see hair color and skin color from a pretty far distance away without actually seeing the features of like the face or
but you
things
could
like
still
that.
see, but you could also see the height from the same distance. Though, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but depending on distance, it might also
Depending on
change
time
your
of day,
perception.
depending on a bunch of
Elevation
factors.
would also affect
Well,
it as well.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's go to the kid's house and find out who reported somebody sneaking around,
Yeah, good
and then
idea.
ask them what they saw.
Yep.
Yep, sure.
So you guys are gonna head down to the kid's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 minutes to get there. It doesn't take that long. You see the 42 East Street like plaque on it.
All right,
I
let's
guess
go up and knock on the door.
Okay. There's a pause for a moment. It opens, but a chain latch keeps the door from opening all the way. A female drow looks out at you. Yes, can I help you?
Apologies to bother you, ma'am, but we're adventurers in town, sort of investigating some things that have been going on. We were told by the mayor that there was a lockdown in this city for 2 days over a suspicious character that was roaming around here, and
My
what
son has
ended
done
up-
nothing wrong. He is a mere child, and the fact that they locked this town down at all shows the mayor's incompetence.
Of course, we understand. We're not saying that your child is at fault. We're just trying to get an accurate description of what they saw.
Mommy, who is it? No, go back there. Whoa, that guy's huge. She says, like, looking right at you, Bjorn. Hey, DJ, that is not polite.
Oh, it's quite all right. I'm used to it.
She closes the door and you hear like a chain unlocking. She opens the door anyway, all the way. You might as well come in.
All right. Hope you don't mind the crowd.
Yeah, she realizes there's more of you than she planned for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you all walk in. Whoa, that guy's as tall as me. I don't like this place. DJ, enough. Go play. Okay, and he runs up the stairs in the back. She sits down and crosses her legs. She just kind of leaves the door open. So what exactly do you want to know?
Well, the reported individuals was said to have at least some sort of similar features to your son, which is why I assume he was brought in. But did you happen to know of any of these reports and what they exactly told you?
I talked to Cheryl Dernstein herself. She was one of the people who said she saw someone slinking around, crawling through windows in this town. There is some misconception about my son's feet, apparently, because one person claimed they saw a tail, which would roughly be around the size of DJ's feet. However, another person said they saw this figure, no tail, but it was really large, like a giant man. Obviously, my son is not that big, so there's no way it could have been him. We were under lockdown because normally we don't have suspicious figures like this looming around at night. When the mayor was asked about it at some kind of conference with the town, he seemed a bit off about it, but all he said is that they were looking into it, and once the culprit was identified, they would handle it. Well, eventually my son was this alleged culprit, and the case was dropped.
seemed off about it. In what way?
Like, he didn't have a clue what they were even looking for. He deflected questions trying to keep the people calm. And I understand his job is very busy, we don't get a lot of issues, we don't even have great security around here. However, the fact that some suspicious figure was looked into and they realized it was a child? That doesn't make much sense to me now, does it? His wife was yelling at him too, I remember, saying this is all on him, causing these issues.
Interesting. And you said this person who made the report, what was their name?
I wish I could remember. I've been improvising this far, so I think she said it was like Suri Bearshire, something like that.
Do you happen to know where this person lives?
I'm afraid I don't. She was simply just one of the reporting witnesses to the crime. I could tell. She told me exactly what I told you. She saw some tail-like figure, almost like a snake, crawl into a building. It just so happened to be the same size as my son's foot. But somehow they matched that to a tail, which doesn't make any sense. If anything, I would talk to the mayor's wife.
I think that might be a good idea. If she's the one berating him about this, then I think that would be definitely worth a go.
As long as somebody knows something.
Where actually was it? We haven't actually been told yet, only that it was this figure slipping about. Where were they slipping into?
They were mostly seen in the center of the town, where all the treasure and reserves are found, where we keep things locked up. That's why people thought there was a security or someone trying to rob us.
Right.
Anything reported stolen?
No, all the gold and resources have been accounted for. It seemed they said they were looking for something specific, but if anyone was just going to steal, they would take the gold.
Not necessarily.
That doesn't fill me with much confidence. Well, let's at least follow this lead. Thank you very much for giving us your time. We understand that it could be a bit... Oh, go ahead.
King, I would like to roll for Arcana to see if Duncan would be aware of the polymorph spell.
Okay.
Because this creature that's slipping around is described as a snake, and it's going into, like, you know, areas around the treasure, like where the resources and such are kept. The best way to slip in and out of somewhere would be to disguise yourself as an animal if you wanted to go undetected. So something like a snake about the size of a foot would be interesting.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 plus 1.
So
My
are you
Arcana's an only 1.
so to know if this exists or not?
To know if, like, people can turn themselves into animals, yes. To, like, see if that, like, would exist in, like, Duncan's knowledge.
Yes, you would know that.
Alright, so yeah, Duncan's gonna ponder upon that for a second, and then, he's gonna wait till they're outside to, like, discuss it further with the party, because
Same.
he's just thinking about that. He's like,
Okay, so you guys are done talking to the lady?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
head out.
So she'll lock the door behind you once you're done.
Mm,
you know,
And just for the record, we're getting closer to the evening part of
yeah.
the day now, so...
Yeah.
Yep. You know, I think I might have part of this figured out.
Really?
Shoot.
Well, they're describing a small being slithering around, like, about the size of a foot. Which, I don't know, apart from fairies and such, I don't know anything smaller than that apart from animals. But in a few books that I read growing up from Mac's collection, there was mentions of, like, spells and stuff that could transform people into animals. What if Kristoff's contact knew one of these spells and snuck into where this gem was being held, and it's not being registered as something being stolen because it's technically not in the books. It's something that's being kept secret.
And
it's
that
quite
would mean the gem
possible.
would have already been stolen.
Which would
How
also
long
mean
ago?
that...
How long ago was that 2-day gap?
Can I roll for history, King? Because I didn't, because...
I'll
was
just
like-
tell you because I didn't tell you. It was 3 days ago.
Well, it was about 3 days ago from the looks of things. On that note, there was 3 days ago, and then the lockdown happened, and then... Yeah, it was just lifted, like, the other day.
Possible we might have just missed them then.
I have multiple questions. What I can't figure out is if they truly did get the gem, they snuck in there. It's safe to say that's where they got it. First of all, why are they still in the city? I believe that they are. Don't question me on that.
Oh wait, that's a good point. Yeah.
I know that they are. They already have the gem. Why are they still here? Second, what has the wife got to do with this? Something doesn't sit right with the mayor's wife. Something's not right there. But what has she got to do with that?
I am thinking that we go check that because while I don't know why they're still here, I do think that she might be able to play a bigger part in the puzzle and help us figure this out.
How about
We've
this?
seen how
about
the
this?
Black Circle has had their hand in government before. It's possible he's being blackmailed.
How these polymorphs that you mentioned, Duncan, do you think that kind of ability matches with any of the personalities of any of the members of the Red Circle? If we can narrow it down, or not
Red
the
Circle?
Black Circle. If the,
Red Circle's next
Circle.
campaign. Yeah.
does it line up its abilities?
Muna comes to mind.
Yes, Yuna does come to mind. She was a magic user, at least
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
the most of my
thinking.
knowledge. But
It still seems odd. Christoph explicitly told me that the members of the Black Circle were going after the ancient texts.
Yeah, but then there's also they'll need both. I mean, unless both are here, that could be the reason why they're still staying in town. That's a reason.
The area that he had pointed out where the ancient text was said to have been was far away from this location.
I would also like to put forward that there was no mentioning of orcs or anything on the pamphlet, so someone like Strontar wasn't documented as passing through here. Only
Well, there
humanoids
were-
and the Dragonborn.
There
Which
were
mean-
there was someone big, fairly big, being described.
Oh, for sure, but it would have in that parchment that I found. It was descriptions and
Oh,
such.
right.
Well, to be fair, it wouldn't be Strongtar's first time remaining undetected. Remember the last time?
Yes.
What I'm thinking is, because he's kept a very good list of things, maybe they've split up. Maybe Christoph's come here with, well, I actually don't know. But the dragonish one. You guys said that we encountered him in that.
Let me check his name. Hang on.
I was told that we encountered him in the jail cell, but I personally haven't met him myself. But what if him and Christoph are here and the others are searching elsewhere?
Mina, am I saying that right?
No, Muna is the
No,
tiefling.
That's the
Muna's the
tiefling.
tiefling.
Near
Call.
call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Near
it. Near
call,
call.
that's what it
Yeah,
is.
Dragon Lord keeps a keen eye. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just in character at the moment. That's why I don't remember his name because Duncan never met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true enough. Yeah. Yes. That's right. Okay. How about this? I propose we also split. Two of us head to see what the crack is with wife, and then me and Rizzler will check out the treasury.
Good idea.
I believe there's something else at work there. Somebody has to know something.
Of course.
Well.
I do think that's a good idea, but I would also like to keep in mind that his informant, even if they themselves haven't got access to the gem yet, their informant might, which if we can get a hold of him first, that would be very good. And admittedly, you said that, you've got a very concrete idea that they're still in the town and they may very well have it, but I'm very much looking forward to hoping that's not the case.
Duncan.
No.
Duncan, why don't you go with Vicini? Or sorry, I fucking completely
Vizindi,
butchered your name.
wow.
Vicini,
You're fine.
my
Don't
bad.
worry.
Victini from Pokemon?
Vicini. I was doing Vicini from fucking Princess Bride for some reason. Why don't you go with Vicindi? Rizzly, you come with me.
Okay, I'm
Not to
fine
say
with
anything
whatever.
not to say anything too bad towards you, Vicindi, but your negotiation skills haven't exactly been the best recently.
I don't care much for negotiations. I want to get this thing sorted.
Well,
Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
I'm right.
Let's
Wait,
let's
I
try
see
not
it.
to throw the city into a panic while we're at it.
They should be panicked. Put it this way. They're willing enough, even though we don't hold the highest esteem amongst the people of the city at the moment, they're willing to go into a 2-day lockdown over a child sneaking around. I'm sure we can stir up enough to make them lock down the city once again. That's probably why they're maybe still here. Although the 3-day gap, they could have easily gotten out by now. I don't know. I think if we try to do something to put the city into another lockdown, that maybe wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Let's save that as a last resort option.
If
Yes,
it's a
I
last resort, then it might be too late.
I look over at Bjorn. If you're able to talk to the wife of the mayor, I want you to try and see if you can find out as much as you can about this scene that was kicked up about this child. And if possible, I would like you to try and see if she'd be able to try and find a way to assist you in getting the city locked down without us getting into trouble. Because if she's married to the mayor, she may have a bit more, leeway.
I'll see what I can do.
That way, if we can get them isolated into the town and we can keep them trapped, that would be very beneficial to us. But it also means that it gives us a bit more time to try and find this jewel if they're still here.
All right. Good luck, you two.
Thank you. Likewise, my friend. And I pat pat for Cindy on the back, and I'm like, all right, let's go, big guy. We're off on an adventure.
All right, so you guys split up and head your separate directions to piece together the mystery that is this town and what is going on around here. And because I am out of time, that is where we are going to end today's session.
Oh, that was a good session.
I was trying.
That was a very good session.
Good.